Hello, welcome in. Happy late Sunday stream. How are we doing? Welcome in, friends. Mrs. Flash is away, so we shall play. It's just the way it goes. Kiddos are going to sleep. You guys, unfortunately, are stuck with me. You have to watch over me, basically. It's the way this goes. Yeah. Old school. If you do ! song, friend, it'll show up. So we are going to be starting off tonight with the weekly challenge. We're playing tonight. We might as well go ahead and do it. I believe we'll be joining Mr. Chinggis for said things. I don't know about others for that, but after we are done with the Phasmos, we will be going back over to Funnel Runners for some more running aways from the stuff. And I have something to show you guys. Crystal, look now, I'm trying to catch up on this morning stream. No, it's good to see you guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend. If I haven't had a chance to talk to you, welcome in. Lucifer, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you so much, man. Indignance, thank you for the prime. Welcome in. Oh, my goodness. I hope you guys are doing well, man. I hope you guys are good. I saw this weekly is on Point Hope, which is so exciting. Can we get another Grandmaster? We're going to. Yeah, I just need to talk to Baron. We'll figure it out. We'll pick a day, and we might do what we might do, up to him if he's down for it. We might do like Granny's playing Grandma. I'm sorry, Granny's playing Granny stream. Yeah. Night, hello. Good to see you. What's up, Mermaid? Honorable hello. The game went really well. Oh, yeah. They kicked ass, dude. Yeah, the end score was like 40-17 or something. Was it 40-17? Yeah, 40-17. Yeah, they kicked ass. I got this sweet clip. I was randomly filming because I'm like, Mrs. Flash is not home. So I'm like, all right, I've got to make sure I'm getting the footage. At least a few clips of him playing. And I was recording one. I'm like, we'll see what happens. Dude, the play was so long. They were passing the ball like crazy. It was a really good play. Like they were passing the ball really well. But I'm like, damn, this is taking forever. And finally, at the end of it, one of his teammates feeds him the ball at the 3 and he just swishes it. I'm like, shit. Yeah. He loves basketball. So yeah, they did. Yeah, basketball. Yeah. So they did great. How rude. Was watching to see if Doc could keep you both alive and got interrupted by by a live notification. Yeah. Starting my most important. Oh, good luck, dude. Good luck, Joel. Best of luck, man. When I started my Willow grind for the badge, I got a Blood Moon off the rip in the very first round, and then I had like 10 ghost writing ghosties in a row. Yeah, but the nice thing about, listen, don't get me wrong, Mimic's my favorite ghost. But the nice thing about the ghost writing is it's like definitively, it is 100% not a Mimic. Stream on YouTube? Yeah. Whenever I'm usually starting up my gameplay, that's usually when I start up the YouTube stream. So as soon as we get Phasmo open, I'll start it. Yep. Getting engaged soon. Oh, congrats, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah. There's EMF, dots, all that stuff. It's great evidence to get. Got your first Mimic after 200. First one. Jesus, dude. Sweet Justice. Thank you for the prime, man. Thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Double Flash. I know. Watching playing naders with friends. Oh yeah. I need to show you guys something. Let me get Phasmo open. And then after I get Phas open, I'll show you guys something that was done behind my back, but I will totally incorporate. I know, Dawn. I know. Sheza, I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome in. You get immediately hunted on the weekly. Ooh, I'll look at the stuff, the things, the stuff and the things. Yeah, we'll look at it.
Welcome back.
We'll see what the settings are.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
All right. Make sure all this looks good. Seems okay so far. Imagine. Hi, Blondie. Yeah, Blondie might be responsible, and Nyx might be an accomplice in said things. It's zero sanity. Okay, I'll take a look. I mean, I'm gonna go through my spiel first, like I always do, and then after we do that, we'll check on Mr. Chinggis and see where he is, if he's ready for us or not. Anything point hope means I'm not doing it. I'm still gonna do it. Listen, we're gonna be getting a restricted point hope soon, which means that you'll basically cut that map in half. I'll take it. I'll play that. Blondie has Nyx as an accomplice now? Yes. I'll show you. Point hope scares me. What scares me is getting that damn ghost at the top of the map. That's what scares me. All right. So if you hadn't seen already, we've somewhat discussed this, that if we reach the extended goal this month, that we are going to be doing funnel runners, and I will be doing it dressed as a cow. Yeah. So there's like a small little addition to it. Yeah. When are your days? I don't have specific days. It's random. I usually let the Discord know whenever it's going to be. It'll be probably the first week of next month that I will have the next viewer day. But yeah, we're absolutely going to have one early August for sure. Yeah. Are they going to do restricted point hope? I assume that they'll cut it off at like the bathroom. That's just my assumption. I don't know for sure. They might have stated that. I don't remember where it says it. Yeah. All right. First, let me do this. Let me get going over here, and then we'll do it. You're going to tell Julie? As a cow, that's utterly insane. Siren, thank you so much for the 17 months. Welcome back, friend. Thank y'all for the follows. On top of dressing like one, there was a emote commission that was made behind my back that I didn't know about until right now. I do have the Willow badge. Yeah, I earned it a couple streams ago. Yeah, we just grinded it out, man. I made a preset where I could just play it faster, and I just was like flying through the maps. Make it sound bad. Not bad, but you know, it's a thing. Pray tell, what is it? So, so if we just so happen to have our stream of dressing like a cow, then I will add this as a new emote. Yeah, I had nothing to do with this. This was Blondie and Nyx's brainchild / labor of love. So if we reach it, we'll add it. That's yeah. Oh, anyway. I want it as a sticker. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Okay. I'm messaging Chinggis. Hold on, please. All right, let's do our spiel so that way I'm ready to go when he's ready to go. All the above? Oh my god. Oh my, when's the plushie? I'm not, for my first ever plushie, I'm not going to make it a cow. No shot. No way. Absolutely not. Talvanor, thank you for the biddies, man. No way in hell. All right. I went the wrong direction. Shit. Okay. We're good to go. All right, let's do the things. This week's challenge is hide and seek hide. This ghost wants to play a game. You better hide quick at Point Hope for 5K. There are the player settings. There's the ghost settings. There is the contract. And as for our equipment, we have a lot of tier 2 and a lot of tier 1, tier 3 firelights, which I like, I dig. So that's nice. No headgear, no parabolic. It shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. But for the settings, if I heard that correctly, yeah, something to take note of is, Yeah, our starting sanity is 0, which means that this ghost can hunt us immediately. Yeah, but the ghost speed's 100, and we also get 3 pieces of evidence, so that's nice. I'll take it. Low doors, sanity and activity are on, so we can see possible EMF 5s there, so that's nice. I could see you putting glasses and a black hat on Frank as a plush. Oh my god. And we have 60 seconds of setup time. Good point. Yeah, so we have 60 seconds to get in there. I could sprint to the top. As for hiding places, literally every single hiding place that is available for this map is open. So if you think about ones that are up top, you've got like the lockers in the kids' bedroom. You've got that like that closet door. Yeah, there's a few up there. So we should be okay. Yeah. We should be good. Ranch soda. You sick bastards. You sick bastards. All right. Can somebody spy on Mr. Chinggis and let me know if he is ready to rock? Please. I think the grace is stupid high. Oh, I didn't even look. Shit. Here, you know what? I'll look real fast. He's chatting. Okay, thank you. Oh, 5 seconds. Holy moly, you're right. Yeah, if the ghost starts hunting on the same floor as you, run. You have 5 seconds to get away from it. We do not need a ranch soda sticker. No, we don't. Absolutely not. What am I going to do with the settings? What do you mean, what am I going to do with them? Play with them as they are? What do you mean?
Welcome back.
Made chocolate peanut butter balls?
Ready for you.
Sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Bored, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. I don't know who made you this way. I don't know if it was Baron. I don't know if it was Chinggis. Can you show the Will ID card? I absolutely can. Let me go back into here. We'll join up whenever they're ready. It would be over Chon. This one. So whenever you complete Willow 50 times, you get this ID card and this badge. ID card badge. Yeah, I didn't. No, I did not. How dare you? I wonder which one's worse. I don't know. I've never even smelled the blue cheese one. I have no idea. No clue. Yeah, so you get this ID card and this guy. No, I did not. You get Floyd. That's right. That's our homie right there. That's our homie. Wait, think of it, the 17 months. Welcome back. All right. But we have tonight's stream. We have tomorrow's stream. We have Wednesday and Friday. So we have 4 streams left for the month. 4 left. Carrie, hello, friend. How are you? 11 away from the badge. Nice. Do you like new or old Phas? How old? Like yesterday or like 5 years ago? Do we have a special card for prison? No. No, the ones that we have cards for are the ones that they made. Like as in the ones that they worked on. You'll notice, look at all of the maps that we have available to us. They are either new or reworked maps. Like 2024. No. I like it like it is now. Yeah, I like it is now more than I liked it 2 years ago. Nope, I like it. I like it. Obviously, it just needs polished. They just need which they're doing, and we'll see what happens after the next update next month. We're so spoiled. Pickle soda. The pickle soda is the only one of the nasty sodas that's actually okay. It is the only one because it tastes like pickle. All the other ones do not taste anything like what they say they taste like. They are absolute lies, slander. No. Just save Josie from Bleasdale. I thank you. And she would thank you. Chinggis has a lobby. Thank you, Mayor. Why did I just... Oh, because I was like, I'll just look and see what time it is. Good deal. How dare you? What did I do?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Code in the DMs. I should just be able to join you, sir. Interesting. You can do that too. I'll join via code. I'll reopen the game and join the code. That's probably the way that's reliable. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it had something to do with me alt tabbing. Yeah. Okay, so more of every soda. No, 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 and no. My fridge has enough sodas in it. We're good for a while. I think we're fine. It's because you were in a lobby already. Does that really stop you from being able to go into someone else's lobby if you're in a lobby? That's silly. Really? So like if I do it now, then I'm fine. That's goofy.
I don't even know what our weekly.
That's goofy.
The bowling is rigged.
No, it's not. You just have to be better at throwing. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Show you how it's done here. You ready? You
Yep,
ready?
go ahead.
You ready?
Wow.
I still didn't knock them all down. Hold on. All right, I got
Did
it.
you just pick them all up individually or only half of them?
I threw at like 2 of them. Hey.
Sorry, is my lobby's bowling game just too difficult for you two?
Yes,
Had to
yes
throw
it is.
Shit everywhere?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's rigged.
It is rigged.
So
I would have to agree with
you
Break on this
suffer
one.
the consequences.
That's right. Get a better bowling game.
Okay. You know what? You know what? I'm leaving.
Oh, bye. Miss you.
Okay, bye.
We really do need like playable arcade machines. Like, tell me why that we don't have that. Please. Please.
I don't know.
Imagine if instead of like some stupid
little arcade game, right?
Imagine if instead of some stupid office underneath of us, imagine if that was like a little arcade room where they had all those arcade games and you could actually play
That would be
and there was
so
high
fun.
scores.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I mean, they do seem really attached to putting high scores in this non-competitive, first-person.
Yes, they do.
What a better way to
investigation
do
puzzle
it.
game.
They do. This
So
is
they
true.
might as well put all of the little like mini games in there. I'm sure they can import some
All right.
some fucking.
Which team
ROMs
do you
or
want to be on? The
something.
red team or the red team?
I
Oh,
wanna be on
I
the
prefer the
green team.
red team.
Okay.
No one asked you.
Damn. Wow. Wow. They're sensitive.
I think that red bearded son of a biscuit started the weekly challenge without us.
Did he really? Is he doing it so
He
fine?
gets
F
to
him.
do
Then
it
we'll do it on our own.
twice.
Then F him.
Wow.
We just make, oh, he's in a lobby. He's joining. Okay.
Okay. All right. I hope so. Arcade map would go crazy. I would love it.
Wow.
My name's Barrett. I can do what I feel like. Oh no, I don't need anybody else to help me. I can just do that.
Oh my God,
name's
it's
Bearded
still
Barrett.
rigged,
I
even
can
after
fucking
I
do
put
weekly
the
challenge without everybody.
He's
He can't see
I'm
me.
just
He's on
so
the wall.
much cooler than all
I'm in.
everybody else in the group.
Break. Shh. If you don't move, he can't see you.
It's true.
Oh, he's
like a
Cormos.
T-Rex.
He's a Cormo.
Anybody here?
Sorry.
Well,
Got him.
yeah, nailed it.
Yes.
Went great.
The weekly, it's on Point Hope. We're gonna do a group game of it tonight. And then all of a sudden he can't get back in. Oh well, we tried.
That'd be funny.
Oh hey. Oh, you're still Chinggis's good boy. Aw.
He is a good boy, I tell you
Aw.
what. So this is 0 sanity normal ghost speed.
Yeah, we
On
have a
Point
60-second timer.
60 second setup
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
Which is
funnel
enough
runners
to
in
walk
VR
up
would
3
go hard.
flights of steps in this map.
Listen, it's just a couple.
Just
It'll
a
be
couple.
fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. What the hell is going on with my ID card? What the hell? Dude,
Oh wait, they changed characters, didn't they?
I don't know, but these ID cards and the way our characters look is just very interesting.
Wow.
Why is
Chinggis's
his
good
name
boy is
still
like feeling really good right
Chinggis's
now.
good boy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Those eyes.
I love it here.
Okay, everybody's eyes are messed up except for Chinggis.
Break's hair is growing out of her
So-
forehead.
Well,
so
I
that's
haven't
fun.
actually changed my
Something's
character.
happening
Yeah.
to Flash's head
Barrett,
as
we
well.
can't hear you. 5 heads too
Wow.
strong. Yeah, get booked. Yeah, got him so good.
Book nerd.
Get booked.
So good. So good.
This is different than what we're seeing. It's weird. I don't know why it's like this. I don't
You're
know
right.
why.
They do look like mugshots. It looks like we've all been arrested at some point.
Oh,
But
well, I
Baron-
guess instead
Baron was-
point hope we need to go to prison.
Well, I don't know. My eyes look straight. Break of Daylight looks like she's tweaking. Right?
They're not in my
FlashForce-
skull for me.
FlashForce is. He's looking down. It's like the photographer took their junk out. And Baron.
No,
Baron's
see, it's
eyes are
like
rolled back
no,
in his head. It
it's
looks
all-
like
it's-
he took his junk out.
it's all part of the story. No, see, I saw him pull it out, and he's like, "That's the way." And then Break's like, "What the?"
I've never seen
Yeah,
something
that- no,
so
that sounds-
small.
yeah.
Siren,
Wow.
thank you for gifting a sub to Mrs. Flash.
That was
And
pretty
then-
Thank
scarred
you.
And then
by
what?
I
I'm
saw.
neutral. I'm just like, these are my friends.
Oh my god.
At
Yeah.
least we're good
Yep, I
together.
know these guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I don't hear him at all.
Nope.
He's just not talking to us right now. He's too good for us.
Flash, you still have some catching up to do, by the way.
What? I still have, okay. It's not a race. God,
I know.
I'm a prestige ahead. Look at me. I'm the coolest. Or so you said.
I got pressured into it. I was thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do
She
it,
did.
and then I did it.
literally bought
And then
her
you did
dinner
it.
so she'd be here tonight. I paid for her dinner. She can't say no.
This is true. He did.
Oh,
He
you did? Oh,
Yeah,
what a gentleman.
I did.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
all
he
like,
was
I
very
gotta
kind.
eat and blah blah blah, and then she thought about it for all of like 2 seconds, and she was like, "Well, I guess I could DoorDash. I kind of want to play with
Oh
them."
my god. All right. What if we just go? Maybe it's just broken in the lobby, and then it'll be okay. Okay. It was good talking to you guys.
All right, we're here. Take a look at
Aaron?
Kevin Croswell.
got the intel.
All right. Well, we'll just assume that he's not here and he's a robot. All right, moving on.
And it looks like
Let's
All right.
bring this guy.
I'm gonna be
Actually, you know
on
what? To make sure we know where it is. I don't know if he's aware that we can't hear him. If he thinks that we can, we definitely cannot. Oh, good luck. Okay, well, the door's open, so that's 60 seconds.
Aaron already went inside Chinga's room.
Yeah, he's already in. The timer's already started. Yeah, you just good luck.
It's okay.
Was there a cursed possession, by the way? Do we know? Oh yeah, hiding here. No curse. Damn. I'm gonna start up here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start here. Hey, we have EMF 5.
Hey, we have an order.
Upstairs, master bedroom. Hey, Shadow, welcome in. I feel like my sound is almost muted. The timer's up. I don't understand why it's not hunting. Oh, did you say we have
I don't
orbs?
know, but we have, yeah, we have orbs,
Oh,
so we only
nice.
have 2 ghost choices. It's either an Obake or Raiju.
Male ghost. Okay. So it's either Dutskis or UV. Yeah. All right. Well, we don't have either with us, but all right. What map this is
but
Point Hope?
If we let it hunt, we should.
Hi,
have instant
Logan.
Speed, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could just try to get the crucifix away from it. I don't know. I could throw it on another floor.
Yeah. Do you want me? Where's the ant? Go chuck it down the stairs.
Why can't it be? It can't be a dime because it's a male ghost. I assume. Yep. Yep, it most certainly is. Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey.
I'm on the way down. It's definitely a Raiju.
It sounded fast, yeah.
Yeah. The bass boosted heartbeat is gone. Yes. It is indeed. They did fix it. Storm Chaser, hello. Oh, is Baron actually talking now? Let's go. Oh, hey, I'll see you guys later. It's a Raiju. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Baron, leave, it's a Raiju.
Is he
You're
actually
awesome.
talking?
Thank you. No, he hasn't talked at all.
Okay,
in
good
game
deal.
yet.
We'll just pretend we're just us
Okay.
then. Let's go.
All right.
I have a question. I have orbs, UV, and writing, but all the ghosts are crossed off. Are you sure you have all those
He's
things?
getting hunted right now. Okay.
Oh, well. Well, hopefully he dies fast. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Wow.
Oh, hey, orbs.
Wow.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, there were orbs.
Oh, come on. I tried to record the hunting. Oh, come on. It's just, it's having a
You're
good
all
old
right
time.
there.
It's just having a good old time. Oh my God. Fake orbs are only possible if you have a mimic because it's not real evidence. Is he still being hunted? Oh yeah, I can just watch the light. It's either done or it's not close to the top anymore. Oh, nope, it's still
not
going.
done. Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely still going.
Baron, are you okay? Make sure
His
your
flash
radio
cup got
close
broke?
to the
Oh,
radio
no.
and tell it that you're okay.
Baron can hear you? Well, yeah, but he's not talking, so there's no point. I might as well talk to these two. There's no point talking to him. There's no communication. Oh, is he actually here? Oh, still not? Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Hope you play Phas. Let's go. Let's go. It's not no block A. It's a Raiju because of speed. The ghost was really fast around electronics, not fast when it wasn't. So
I've got some jobs ready for you.
nice. Let's do it again.
Hello?
Hi.
What was that?
What was what?
Somebody's voice got all like discombobulated. Baron's character just changed.
Oh,
In
cool.
the lobby.
Oh, hey, he
Hello?
is here. That's cool.
Hey, your character's different. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a new man.
Oh, this man's not a
Clearly
mute. That's cool.
something.
I'm a
Oh, I
new
like
me.
it.
I'm unplugged.
Hi, Unplugged. I'm Chingus.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Ho. All right, we ready
Hey,
for
Pizza,
round
good
two?
to see you. Sir, yes, sir.
Yes,
I love
sir.
Round 3?
Round two.
Round 2. Round 2. Yeah, yeah.
Round two.
Yeah,
round
yeah,
two.
yeah.
You got
yeah.
this. You got this. I believe in you.
So the Raiju doesn't know the heartbeat anymore? No. It doth not. All right. I'm not going to bring a crucifix. I'm
Trust.
gonna bring
Trust.
spirit
Build
box.
again.
Hi. My name is Mighty Chingus, and I am here for Ghost Hunters Anonymous.
Oh,
my
that's
God, my
cool.
frames are
I'll see you
dropping.
later,
I don't know
okay?
if you can hear me right now.
Oh, fog. I love fog. Don't stop it.
We're speed running. I don't think Jingus knows that we're speed running.
Oh, he's learning now.
Chingus and speedrunning, dude.
What do you mean? Sure they do.
I don't see Chingus.
They are one, and if they are one in the same, sir. How dare you? Speedrun.com is basically a link to Chingus's website. You're muffled. I can't hear you. What'd you say? Ah! Oh, crap on a sandwich. It's here.
Well,
Oh
do we-
my god.
Oh my
Is it in
god.
here?
did it touch the breaker? I think it touched the breaker.
Oh. Oh, so maybe it's not here? Where are you?
Maybe not.
Are you here? Where are you? Are you near?
Oh, hey.
Where are you?
Even F5. It is
hey.
here.
It is here. It just picked up the camera.
Yeah.
It's a jam.
You okay?
It's a jackal.
It's a jackal.
It's
It's a jackal.
How come you guys are sprinting away and there's no break of daylight?
What do you mean? She's fine. Did I say fine? Hey, fellers.
Yeah, what's up?
We may have lost one.
I was just asking why you were.
Oh no, her microphone's just not working.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering what that sound was then.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Break is a high enough prestige to where she knows that there's a 5-second grace period, and then after that, she would have definitely have unalived at that point in time.
Ah.
But she's not a new player. So
Roger
yeah,
that.
she's
Okay,
fine.
I swear I thought I heard a and then like a neck, but maybe I was wrong. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's the infamous jackal gin that you're hearing.
Damn jackals.
I can't believe you guys murdered Break.
What do you mean? We're multiple floors away and she got killed. What do you mean? I'm just waiting for
You
the
both
hunt to
came
end.
downstairs, and I was like, why are you both sprinting downstairs and there's no
Because
break
he
of
heard it
daylight?
hunting.
I'm just saying, if I was a person of the FBI as your jacket intends, I have a lot of questions I need answered here.
Well,
sir.
then you should feel safer knowing that it's okay because the FBI is here. Hey, Blake, welcome in.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I feel safer because the FBI is here. Let's see,
FBI is
what
here.
does
I'm
FBI
on the case.
stand for? Female
It
Body
stands for
Inspectors. Great.
Flash,
Booty
butter,
Oh, flashy butter.
flashy butter. Oh
Oh.
boy.
Oh,
my
dear.
comrade
Oh,
has
she
fallen.
fell down the stairs.
Oh no.
This time it's for real.
Hey,
Oh.
there's a
That's a bad
question
joke.
mark
I
next
should
to
be
Break's
canceled.
name.
It's okay if she has questions about who she is.
That
as a
means
person.
that she is now officially the Riddler.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, I'm assuming. Where are you? Are you here? What are you holding? A fake flashlight.
Oh? Don't worry, I have salt.
My man. Do we have a UV?
Yes.
Was that a ghost man?
Negative, sir.
We didn't bring in a crucie, did we?
There's no EMF.
The ghost is not here, sir. This is 16 degrees in here.
Hold
There's
on.
no ghost in here.
Then where did she?
Excuse me.
Hey,
There's no ghost in here. It's not cold enough.
Says you.
Yeah.
have you felt these
That's
nip?
me.
Where is it?
Hey, Bray.
It's hunting. I don't know where it's at though.
He's talking to Break's dead body.
Well, I mean, he's got to amuse himself somehow. It's not like he has friends or anything.
Damn, dude. Did her
What?
corpse give you any information?
What?
I was checking her tight pants to see if she had a lighter by
Oh,
chance. I
you would
did not
definitely
bring a
know.
lighter.
You would definitely know if there
Yeah.
was one. I didn't hear the ghost at all, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I didn't
definitely
hear
not
that flip
here.
off
Is
the
it
light.
up or down?
It's a really good
Move it
question.
all over.
I would assume up somewhere. Ghost, are you up here?
I'm gonna check down.
Okay.
Chingies is going down.
Are you yelling timbers?
Oh, I always loved this.
What are you doing? Are you cooling your nips off? What are you doing?
You want a hand?
Shit. Oh,
You want some?
you're not supposed to put your mouth around it, Baron.
My bad. My bad.
Gosh dang it. I mean, I kind of want to hit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I won't say nothing.
Oh my god, that's the good stuff right there. Oh god. Dingus is dead. Oh. Oh, it's not on anymore. Dingus is dead, yep. Oh no.
It's got to be.
I think it's 2 floors down.
What? How did we not hear it down
that's
there?
What I was trying to tell. That's what I was trying to tell Flash the whole time.
Hey, we got EMF 5. What the hell? Why is it on her body?
Oh, it's up there.
Wait, do you hear the water?
I did hear the water.
Where'd you get EMF 5 at?
Up here.
Somebody took a shit.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Break.
Get in the sink again. Way to go.
Even in the afterlife. Stirring up some shit. All right. So, well, we have nothing so far. We have a dead break.
That is true. And
There you
that, honestly, is something. Oh my god.
Remodeling.
Yeah.
Are you ready to see your
Oh,
fixer-upper? Oh.
Where are you?
Right
How
here.
old are you? Are you friendly? Are you near? Are you far? Give me a sign. Where are you?
Yeah, my hand's all bugged out with the flashlight stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, Caillou, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I don't think it's here. Is it teleporting around? Is it a wraith? What you drinking? No. What is going on?
I almost didn't even notice you there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, was that blending in so good?
10 out of 10. Oh, my gosh.
My new Magic
Wow,
Chameleon spot.
vote,
Let's go.
vote.
It's not there either.
What?
It's not in that room. It's 22 degrees in that room, dude.
It's hunting.
An Aphrodite.
Millsy,
It's on the
thank you for the
first floor,
9 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, little buddies. What are
Hey.
you doing down there?
Hi.
You guys having a little sleepover, little camping session?
What's up, bruh? It's got to be downstairs, right? Is it all the way downstairs? I don't see my breath here. My guess right now is this is a wraith. And we're getting so fooled because it's just teleporting across the map. Forever young. I wanna be.
Down here.
You say you did or you did not? Oh my
In the
god.
bathroom.
I did not.
Oh, it's my bad.
Oh, I see breath right. I literally see breath at the front door.
See, I try to tell you.
No, you did not.
That'll get you. That'll
You-
get you every time.
You're such a turd, dude. You're such a turd.
Uh-huh.
Can I fix this now?
That'll get you.
Oh my god, my hand is forever stuck like this. Yep.
I know
All
what it
right.
is.
Well, this was fun.
Oh yeah, what do you think it is?
I don't know how to. I can't. There's nothing I can do to fix this. Hold on. What if I?
I mean, we're getting activity on like Break's body and stuff like that, and on the everywhere else. I'd be willing-
Skinny jeans. He's wearing leather pants. He's wearing leather pants. This gotta be a wraith, right?
Oh yeah, EMF 5.
Is he getting hunted? Yeah, spirit box, dots. All right.
Sir, is my hand propped up by my face for you?
Hey, so is mine. I was trying to fix it and I can't
Like,
fix it.
what-
Look at
what
both
the
of us.
Shit is happening.
Look at both of us. Dude, oh my god, I hate it.
What the shit?
What is happening?
I'm
What?
fairly certain happy ending is not one of the objectives on the board. Do you
Yeah.
see our hands? Do you
It is
see
a-
my hand up in the air?
It's a secondary objective.
It says it right here.
It's not, maybe not a primary objective.
We can just go Wraith and get break back.
That's fine. That's fine. I was gonna go get
Yeah,
other
let's
stuff,
go.
but F it. That's fine. Oh,
No,
break!
the
Oh,
break-
he's
the
going
break
in.
team.
He's going in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
Buzz,
that's
thank you for the
fine.
raid.
So-
I feel like I should have like a Pepsi in my hand or something. Be like, drink ice cold, refreshing Pepsi Cola, the superior cola.
Oh my god. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here?
Taken away.
Is the breath in here? Yeah, okay, it's in here. Yeah, we got spare box.
Yeah, it's a raid, Flash.
Yeah, but I wanted to show the evidence.
Yeah, he's got content to make. So.
Yeah, look,
Oh.
y'all can run a professional round anytime
Oh,
y'all
it's so
want.
big. Oh.
There.
Oh, God.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Can anybody?
Did you forget to circle the ghost?
That was very interesting to stare at. You guys all had neon
I'm sorry.
pink hats
I'm
and
sorry.
glasses.
Let us backpedal for a second. That was interesting
Oh,
to stare
yeah?
at? Not you
What are
two
you
in the
talking
back of the
about?
truck?
What happened in the back of the truck?
Do you
Must
do
have
it that
been fun.
often? You forgot?
I didn't do anything,
Sir,
sir.
Wipe your
Listen,
mouth
don't
off.
you? Let's. Oh, I'm sorry. I got something right there. Let's not deflect from the fact that you
Hey,
guys killed
hey,
Break. All
that hat
right.
he's wearing, it
All right,
didn't
let's
used to
not
be
do
white.
that.
That used to be a black hat.
Oh.
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 I just want to, I'm going to toot my own horn here for a second. I
Sure.
finally hit level 1001.
Hey,
Oh, congratulations. Let's
I'm
go.
4 digits now.
Let's get it, girl.
I
Never
know.
prestiging again.
All right,
Nope.
one more to go. Let's go.
I told.
Me too. What happened in the back of the truck stays in the back of the truck? I don't know if that counts anymore. Let me see something. Oh, I can't even do it. I'll do it when we leave. I feel like my audio is not like crisp.
This
I
is
think it's
so
because the
interesting.
goddamn
When you guys
parabolic
first
microphone.
load in, you're not rendered for me, and you guys all have neon pink hats and glasses. It's so different.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the way to go. You ever
Well,
seen
we're just
Gmod?
embracing our inner
I'm
flamingo
here for it.
Yeah.
or something.
Well,
Listen,
yeah,
guys,
Rainer Floyd.
The
Yeah.
quality of life update
Yeah.
number 2 is coming out. They're going to fix a lot of these things. We just have to give them some time.
He's got a point.
All right.
Hey, official, how are you? Bowing down on the microphone.
Look, surprise, surprise, who's still in the van?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we... kind of don't want to go too high up, just in case it is lower. I'm going to go to the wine room, and I'm going to stay here.
Oh my.
Oh, watch out, Baron. All right, let's just wait here.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna wait
What are we
here. I
watching
don't know.
out
I have
for?
no idea where it is. I'm just waiting.
Oh,
But you have thermos, so you guys can figure out where the ghosty is faster than I can.
Yeah, as long as the ghost
Have a
doesn't
cruise
spawn on the stairs where you
Yeah.
can't hear it again,
Right.
life will be great.
Yeah.
why would it ever do that?
Why would you
It's
be able to
got
hear
the
a ghost
whole
on
wide
stairs?
world in the palm
Well, I
of
got
its.
good news and I got bad news.
It's all the way at the top. So what's the good news?
The good news is I found the ghost room. The bad news is it's in the workshop.
I quit.
Just re-roll.
I'm down.
You gotta walk up here by myself.
Wait,
Right.
this is your reroll.
It's fine.
Listen,
I
I got
run
a
into
smudge.
a-
If something happens, I'll be able to help y'all. All right, don't worry about it.
Sausage check. No sausage check. No, no.
All
No,
right?
no. Go touch it. Go touch it. No, the ghost. Lily, welcome in. How are you? After earlier events, I'm hesitant to request a sausage check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not whispering.
There's just 4 people to carry equipment. Amen. Hey, it's done hunting. Everything is great. Everything is grand. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Oh my God, Baron hit it again.
Crucifix down.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why?
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
take him
who gave
anywhere. He
him
hit it
helium?
again. Where are you?
Where are you?
I am home.
Oh, God.
Oh,
right,
that's a
Ah,
spicy
get an
one.
EMF reading.
Do you want to check for spear box? Oh my God.
Friendly. Where are you? How old are you? Are you here?
All right, he's got Bruce. Dugan. Dots. Did you see Dots?
Maybe he likes to be alone. Oh my God, what if it's a shade?
It just threw something with us in the room. What do you mean?
Oh, perfect. I don't know. I couldn't hear it. It's just not hunting.
Look at this person doesn't even know what they're talking about. Prestige level. Hey! Hey!
Hey. 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 Hey.
Hey!
It's mine. Hey.
Hey!
Stop.
Oh.
Greg trying to get us murdered. If you could take a little longer getting in the locker next time, that'd be great. Thanks.
Wow,
I'll
way to
do my
go,
best.
Greg.
I was gonna run down the stairs, but then I had that.
But then I decided to sit here and solve this Pictionary.
Like, well, maybe I want to get into it.
Sir.
Maybe I don't. Okay, love you,
What the hell is this? It's such a normie.
Hey, how's it going up there?
Oh, hold on.
bye-bye.
Hold on. Yeah, it's fun time.
Woo! Gonna have the best time of my life. My life. Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, how are you? What are you doing?
No.
Do you want to hear a scary
Oh
story?
God, did you both hit the stuff? Oh Jesus.
No.
All right, it's done hunting.
All right, have fun. Miss you.
Jenny, thank you for the 38 months. Thank you so much. What's up, Albert? How are you? We're not bringing anything else in. We're not being helpful. We're dragging these on. Oh my God. Gonna play Funnel Runners after this? Yeah, when we're done fast, we're gonna do Funnel Runners. Kissone, hello. Amber, don't. No, don't. No. Kev, no. 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 All right, everybody's alive. Okay. Oh, hey, a hunting ghost. Oh, man. Okay. Is there anything we don't have in there? I mean, we don't have an EMF 5 in there. None of this. I don't know if we even checked for UV. Oh my God, Kev, did you have some lettuce? Jesus.
Hey, are you guys okay up there? Oh, I'm out by the truck. I'll be there in a minute.
Think the ghost is looking for you.
You got a freaking dart in your neck.
Hey.
Hey,
I got some shredded
What do you have?
So I got some shredded weed. I got a bowl too.
Do we only have spirit box? Is that literally it?
Oh.
I think so.
Oh my
And
God.
we have dots.
Oh, do we? I thought someone thought we had dots. Do we actually have it?
And I've got we have and I've got some shredded weed.
Okay, so
Oh.
So dots and shredded weed. Roger that.
Yeah. Dots and shredded weed, yeah.
What else could you possibly need?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if we even checked for a wraith for salt. I don't even know. Hey.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
hey.
How are you?
Oh, hello there.
It's not. Oh, you guys hit the duster.
No,
after
he
hitting
did.
the helium, huh?
He hit the other one.
No, I
Still not hunting. Okay. Still not. I mean, still hunting. I mean, sorry. Done. Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
I'm not getting freezing.
Do you not like the
I
lights or
do
something?
not see orbs.
I brought a UV and an EMF.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't think we have an EMF up here.
Need that UV back. Did it go? Did that go up or down? I think it went down. Enjoy Funnel Runners. We just played Funnel Runners and then Fast. Oh, nice. Wangle, thank you for the raid.
Die.
No. What the hell did he just say? It had to have touched it. It just breathed into my soul. That was instant walk, right? Event? Event. Oh, you piece of shit. Alright, bring this down here. I don't think it's UV. Hey, what you doing?
I got some salt.
Won't check for a rave.
Toast and salt, yeah.
That's so salty. Yeah, get salted on, nerd. You're still a nerd. Is that a 5? What? Oh. What happened? Oh no.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You can't really do anything with it. I want to hear open that bad boy up. Yeah. There we go. And give it a squeeze. Yeah, there we go. Random thing with Volcano. Think of the 10 months. Break, fall down. Break, go boom. All right, it's a rate, so I guess we just go downstairs.
Yep.
Yeah. What the hell?
What?
The sound of our steps together went go. I'm first. I win.
Absolutely deserved. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I walked away from my computer for 2 seconds and someone opened my locker.
I shut the door that we were in together, and then Flash opened it up, and then the next thing I know, you were dead.
Right.
Where's
And
Ching?
I
Is he
was
in the truck?
locker
Let's go see.
alone.
Of course, Ching is in the truck. What do you mean Ching is in the truck?
Oh no, he's not. Look, he's right here.
No, he's
Oh, do
close
you think
enough
the
where
ghost
he
will
just
hug him
walked up
too?
here. Okay.
Oh, Chinggis. Love you. Give him a cigar.
Right now, Chad is telling him that everybody else died, and he is slowly reading
He's
chat.
marking the ghost down.
Yeah,
Getting out of
marking the
there.
ghost.
Joey, thank you for the raid. What up, dude?
Oh, there you go. See, you got notified.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Nailed
just-
it.
Are you
So-
breaking?
so
I was hoping we would all
Pick
just
up
die
one
and it
of
would
the-
be
pick up
over
the
and
green
then
bottle and throw it
we'd be
at the
good.
break of daylight.
Zombie, welcome in. How are you?
Okay.
How's it going,
Flash
friends? We were
kills
just
you,
doing the
pick up
weekly
green
challenge.
bottle again.
No, no. Hey,
Flash
stop
kills
lying to him.
Fucking, I am so sorry, friend.
Why would he blame you, Flash?
Because he knows the
Unless
truth.
Baron is telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's time
Just
to leave. This place is
unlikely.
Oh, sausage.
Oh, what's that?
Yep. Sausage. Oh my god, what's that sound? Yeah.
Woo!
Doing good, kid. Doing good.
Proud of him.
Look
Here,
at
I'll
him.
put the sausage on the thing so that he
There
can
we go.
see it before he leaves.
The keypad doesn't have any hit detection anymore, so I can't do that. What if I put it over? For funsies? Yeah, 0 to 83 evidence. Yeah. No, we died on purpose. We were-
we're playing sausage in the hole? Is that what we're doing? Oh my
Your
god.
catch.
He ducked out.
Do we have any idea what the ghost is?
Sure do.
Like, oh. Sausage?
How do we communicate to him that we know?
Okay. All right.
He needs to ask questions.
I got it right here.
Sausages.
Oh, that's a good point. I like that. That's good. I like that.
So we think it's a wraith because you keep saying salt.
Throw the wieners. Throw the wieners
Throw
down.
the wiener at the salt.
So back-to-back race, or you want me to test? Do you want me to test?
Okay, how do you want us to say yes or no, Chingus?
Throw a sausage on the hot lamp if you want me to test for wraith.
Absolutely not.
Or throw a
Stop
sausage
it.
on the salt if you know it's a wraith.
Like we both one picks one and one picks the other. We just gotta wait for the options.
You need me to test.
Oh, thank you for the
You need me
gifted
to test
memberships
for wraith?
on the
You
YouTubes,
know, two
dude.
people
Thank
know it's a
you.
wraith. All right, I'm gonna go with those two. We're gonna go wraith. I'm pushing the button.
Oh my god. But welcome in, friends. I hope you guys had a great stream. Joey, thank you. We were just being goofy and knocking out the weekly, basically. Does this mean the ghost is a wiener schnitzel? Maybe. It's possible. I guess we'll see what happens. It's either you know, Delta Gast or a wiener schnitzel. Oh, hey, it's a wraith. Well,
We did it.
it got the job done.
Sorry, I was monologuing.
So
and then all of a
Flash
sudden
killed
everyone was
Break.
dead.
Wow.
And then we
Yeah.
were running back down
Wow.
the
We're just gonna
stairs,
lie
and then
immediately.
Flash brought the wraith directly to him,
Wow.
and then it killed both of us. I
You know,
didn't
it's
even
really
have a chance
funny.
to do nothing.
You know, it's really funny. We play a little clue here. When I got back up to that floor, Brick was already dead.
Oh.
Care to talk about that, Hotshot?
No, Break was not already dead
Oh,
because
yeah.
you popped out of the closet
Oh.
that Break's dead body was in.
No, I was in the one next to it. I was in the left locker.
So
This is
I
true.
was in the left locker.
No, you weren't. You were in the right. I have footage
You
of it.
can't both be in the
I
left
was in.
locker.
Sir, I could guarantee. You know what? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I was in the left locker, and I bet you 10 gifted subs.
No,
I
because
was
you
the
were
left
in the left locker at
You
one point,
little
and then you went into
licker.
the right locker, you cutie queen.
All right. I did no such thing.
This son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Throw the book at him. You know what? Yeah, he does. deserve
Well,
it.
I mean, you know,
I mean, listen, we got there in the end. Break died every time,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
true.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Don't you throw
Oh,
the
I
rule
throw the
book
book
at
at
me?
you.
You
I
know what
throw
I
the
do
book
with
at
the rule
you.
book?
I throw the book
I
at
throw
you.
it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it went to the
What a-
floor. It's gone.
No, he's a rebel. No, it's right here.
Yeah, it's right
Found the
there.
video. Let's go. That's right. Kate, think of the 19 months.
I guess his hacker UI won't allow him to be.
No, I can only see the useful things. I can't see crap
Listen,
anymore.
sir, it's not a hacker when it's given to you by the devs. All right, it's not.
It's a feature.
Touche.
Okay,
Touches.
All right.
Are we switching or are we murdering
ready to
Break
do
some
funnel
more?
runners?
I'm cool either way. If we want to switch and do some funnels, I'm down.
Or kill Break? Yeah, I mean either
Wow,
one.
dude. Break.
Wow.
Break. How do you feel about this?
Also, just an FYI,
How do I feel about Baron having murdered me?
Ah.
I did not murder you, man.
Oh,
Okay.
the victim
To be,
finally
okay,
gets a voice.
to be fair, all right, to be
Oh,
fair,
gee.
hold on, to be fair,
I like after a
I went
murder,
up.
we
To
hear
be
to be
fair,
fair.
we had, hold on,
Had
hold
I
on.
been at my computer, it would have been fine, but I walked away and came
Yeah.
back to the ghost
So first
killing
off-
me.
Wait a second. Who goes
First off-
AFK in a ghost room?
In
Yeah,
a
that was
ghost
a little
room,
weird. That was a
first
little
off,
weird.
all right?
That, I mean,
Thank you,
that's
Al
a
Doxson.
self-inflicted
Dude, I
wound.
was putting,
No,
I was putting my
no,
food in the
that's
fridge.
the
He would
dude
never
not
allow.
here.
He would never
That's a
allow the revenge.
self-inflicted wound
It would
that
never
I
happen.
put for a
Not
self-inflicted
only that,
wound.
It has to happen when that's not expected. He will be on edge the
Not
entire
only
time.
that, but then, so there's a left and a right locker up there. And Break is literally standing right in between both of the lockers. So I open up one locker and her front half is in the right locker. And her ass is sticking out and like her whole back half is in the left locker. So I opened up one and I picked which one I thought we both would be
Throw
safe
him to the
in,
NATOs.
And I jumped
Oh,
into the
man,
left
I've gotta go
locker
back and look at the
closed it.
clips
And
from
then I
the other
heard
day.
Flash coming around the corner and he said, "Tee hee hee hee, she's dead." And then the next thing you know, she's choking on air, and she fell over. And then Flash was like, "Don't say anything." Yeah. And then to make matters worse, he said, "Oh look," he said, "This is you, Baron." And then he put a little thing into a vice, and then he cinched it down. And he was like,
what's
"Let's
super
go."
interesting? When liars tend to throw extra details on to cake
really
it, so that
fun,
way
though?
it sounds more
yeah,
believable.
it
but
sounds
really
more
what happens
realistic.
is
Yeah.
they
Put a
dilute the
screwdriver into a
truth.
vice,
They
sir.
take everything that is
Who put a
honest and true.
screwdriver
Don't
in
you
a
talk
vice?
to
Too much detail. But you know what the best
Stop
part
talking
is?
to my
They
crotch
were
and you
walking
talk to my
downstairs
face.
together, and the Wraith teleported and murdered them at the same time.
No, we purposely
That
went to
part's
die.
beautiful. Yeah.
We purposely went downstairs to die.
We did that because we wanted to see where Chingus was, and he was down in
If
the
the ghost
van.
attacks you, why not just attack it
I
back?
was not in the van. I was inside.
true.
The Wraith never teleported to me. I was inside for
Well,
like 3
it
hunts. I was
worked.
talking to chat.
It worked. You both
We were,
died
we were
simultaneously.
talking about
No.
cereal, actually.
Oh, I love
To be
cereal.
Also, I'm being told,
Yeah.
Flash, that your shirt does not match your pants, and it's distracting.
He matches. What are you
This
talking
is
about?
literally the outfit that came together. What are you talking about?
That absolutely matches.
I'm passing on a message that
Please,
was passed on to me.
please tell
Maybe
me.
you should.
Please tell me who was it that said that it doesn't match? And tell me their glasses prescription.
Let's see. They said they're a moderator for you, but you won't listen.
That could be any of them.
Oh,
Hold
yeah,
on.
that could be anybody. Yeah.
This doesn't narrow it down for
That doesn't
any.
narrow it
any
down.
four of- any
I
four
suck
of
at
us,
reading.
for that
What do you
matter.
mean?
All right, let's do
Logic,
funnel
sorry.
runners, guys. Let's switch
Okay.
to funnel runners.
Okay.
down.
Well, just one other thing here is.
Yep. Flash, do you mind hosting? Because every time I host, something bad happens.
Yeah, I can host. That's fine.
Thank you,
What
sir.
a lion poop.
All right.
All right, I will see you on the other side, sir.
Yes,
Bye,
sir.
Break.
Break.
Bunch of turds. Absolute turds. Telling you, that's what happens. Liars. Liars. Fabricators. That's the way they talk. The absolute chaos. Yeah, it's meant to be. All right, let me open up funnel runners. Let me open up the runners of the funnels. The other side. No, we are going to Naders. What are you talking about? Dragon, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? The absolute chaos. It's not going to get any easier moving over to that one. Yeah. Not going to be any easier. What should I change it to? Should I just change it to Naders? Like NATOs? Watch out, NATOs are coming. How was the game with the fam earlier? Oh, it was great. Oh, he did so good. They kicked butt, man. They won like 41-17 or something. Yeah. Excited. I'm going to lurk. Oh, thank you, Dragon. I appreciate it, friend. Pushing bit. No, I'm not trying to start nothing. No. Absolutely not. No. Come over to say hi. Got off work. I'll catch the video over on YouTube. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. I need to start recording too, since we're doing this. Until they add an ability to remove that static screen, there's really not much we can do about it. Here, we'll just title it, Look Out. Look Out. Naders. Do I like the new update? New update's great. Oh yeah, they did a lot of really great stuff to make it smooth and feel good again. For sure. Yeah. Gonna chase some next weekend. Oh, nice. Nice. I appreciate that, NJ. All right. That is good. Let us switch over here. I'll move the chat window down so we can do that too. The static screen is kind of like your guy got concussed. Yeah. Which is fine, except again, it murders the bitrate. The bitrate goes right to poop. Right to poop. All right. Good deal. Let me start a lobby. Create a session. Is it all caps? Wait. Call it Flash. Create session. Invite only. I'll set a max of, I guess, 5 just in case. Yeah, let's do that. You running some, you know, I got you. I know what you mean. Yeah. I got you. Laura, welcome in. How are you? All right, let's mute this. All right. Invite. We'll invite Break. Chinggis is good boy. Chinggis. I have Nightmare unlocked, by the way. I did get to level 20. We should probably start on normal. That'd be in our best interest. Don't play Mecha as much anymore. Oh, just because of the new games, new interests. Hi. Hey, how are you? I think I'm the sheriff right now.
Settings.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Push to talk.
I should be on push to talk, which I am. We're good. Yeah, it's not because of hackers. No. Usually when we play, we only play with friends anyway.
My last YouTube live where we did Funnel Runners.
Yeah.
I was standing next to the boom box. It got claimed, just so you know.
Okay. I don't know if I did.
Yeah, I think if there's enough chaos, it doesn't come through enough. But for a minute, I was like standing here.
Well,
and it
got claimed, but did it? Yeah, it got claimed, but did it get demonetized? Did it get demonetized?
No.
Because it's globally licensed.
Somebody else is taking the money for it, though.
So you're sharing revenue.
Well, technically, I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I'm getting nothing, and somebody else is getting something. Baron keeps inviting me. Are we letting him
you just join him. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
I don't think I have an invite from him. Do I? I did hear there was a map in Match of the Pope. I did hear the same thing. I heard that too. Exit main menu just in case. Game is this. This game is called Funnel Runners. Funnel Runners. Beady beady. Do I not? I'm so confused. Oh, there we go. There they are.
He stopped sending invites, so it was like, well, all right. Fine. Now listen, I want to make this abundantly clear. All right, there is no need to go outside and to set yourselves on fire and then bring it in for everybody else to be set on fire.
But you're wearing a firefighter outfit. You are the appropriate person for the job.
All right, never mind.
Can't go anywhere with these guys. Can't go anywhere with these guys. What difficulty are we on, by the way?
No, we're not necessarily going to save them either.
I don't know what he's saying. That's like what?
Oh, hey.
What? Hey, what difficulty is
he's
this?
probably not on push to talk.
Oh.
Is this Nightmare?
It's Nightmare.
Here, I'll first. I'll
right.
see if I can't get some easy umbrellas for you guys.
I don't care.
I mean, that's fine too.
I'm just going. Throw that out there. There we go. Sassy Baron. Ooh, pocket radar. Let's go. Oh, I thought someone was cursing. Never mind. Anything out here? There's a green out there. Okay. Hey, Jenny, how are you? We have got some health pills, some tokens. Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Flash?
All right, well, we're just going to ignore Baron and keep on going. Let's do this. Wahoo! Hi, Baron.
Hey.
Hi. How are you? I got fuel. Oh, shit. Is that hail? Oh, what the hail? Ow. Oh, fuck. I'll do that in a minute. I messed up. I done messed up, Aaron. I missed it. I missed it. Yep. And so it begins. Hello, Governor. What's up, Lizard? How are you? What the hell did you just call us? She said something about having a diseased foot. You silly goose. Is that enough fuel? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Oh, look at that. I've lost half my health. Ain't that some bullshit? Can I buy this? Oh, that costs 50. Oh, we almost have enough for me to buy a med kit. I need it. I'm going to wait for someone to get tokens. I'm going to buy one. Holy sugar honey iced tea. Should open the doors of tornado. No, listen. We're not trying to cause too much chaos. No, no. If somebody could find some Apex tokens, that would just be swell. I need it or I'm going to die. Okay. I might just have to go search inside of the house and go find them myself. There was health pills inside of that house. I don't know if Baron took them or not. I'm once again asking for financial support. Hi.
There's hello.
You gotta actually shut the door. There you go. Proud of you.
I tried. I tried.
There you go.
And they don't want to listen.
I need health stuff. I'm just gonna have to go run into the house and go find some stuff, I guess. I don't know if they're still alive. They could be dead. I don't know.
I saw Chingus. He was headed to the gas station.
Okay. Should be outside with a cup and a sign. I know. I could barter.
It is acid rain, but there's an umbrella if you want it. You can take it.
There's a what? Oh, umbrella?
Yeah, if you want it.
Yeah, I could take it and go into that house. I think there might be some health pills in there. Baron is dead? Oh, great. Lovely. I found the fuel up here, which means that I dropped the health pills up here. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, look, a walk-in closet. Well, this is just beautiful. Battery? Do we need a battery? No, we don't need a battery. Health pills. Health pills. Health pills. Shut the door. Shut the door. There was no crowbar in here, so I can't open that door. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I saw it was heading to that side of the house, so I hoped trying to go as far as I could this way would help, and I think it did. Yep, more of the house is gone for sure. Hey, what's this? Energy drink. I'll take it. Well, isn't this just spicy?
At least one of our friends is dead.
Yeah, I know. We lost a Baron for sure.
Okay.
Where's he at?
Oh. Chingus is close to him?
I wonder if
He's
Chingus has a
couple blocks away.
defib.
I wonder. There is one here.
Problem is, it takes up, when you're not the fire, it takes up 3 spots. Is there no hail right now? No, there's hail right now. I see it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Gonna be 105
Yeah,
here
that
tomorrow.
stinks.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Woof.
I think
105.
Chingus must be reviving. Either grabbing him or reviving him because
Well,
they're
we
next
wouldn't
to
see
each
Red
other.
anymore if he revived him. He's just grabbed him. They're about to head right into a tornado, I think. Hold on.
Oh no.
Where are they at? Which way? They're right there.
To the
You picked a bad direction. Oh shit. Nope. Yeah, we gotta shut it.
Okay. We'll remember them. Oh, yeah, they're both dead. But on the bright side, they're much closer.
Okay. I see them. I do see them.
They
Okay.
should just be across the street.
Okay. What if we teamwork it and we walk with the umbrella and the defib and go get them?
Yeah, that works. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Okay, we'll walk. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
That's it. Oh.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
I think-
wait.
I think-
No. No,
Naders?
no, come back. Come back. Come back. Never mind.
Oh, like naders? I don't.
Oh my
I don't wanna,
God, another one.
If we all die, this is a bad plan.
Oh, damn it. All right. If the hail would stop, we could just run out there and get them.
That'd be great.
Let me see. Let me check the Doppler. Aboard! It said it was weakening. I still see hail. I still see it. What the hail?
What the heck?
It might be far enough away. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
It's coming this.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
I'm
good.
coming.
You're good.
Oh,
Run.
it stopped. It
Run.
stopped. I'm running.
I'm taking the pocket radar and I'm going. Taking the pocket radar and I'm going. There's another umbrella. Some Mary Poppins shit right there. All right, we're on the move. If you've never seen this game, the idea is that we need to repair that truck so we can leave. Cousin Tony, I swear to God. Oh, look, a VHS tape. You know, do we need fuses? We do. I have fuses. Go, Flashy, go. I'm trying.
Okay, there's naders forming right by the truck. Be careful.
Is that coming to me? My move has been like trying to see where the tornado is and going to the opposite side of the house. Yeah. How do I see how long I've been watching for the drops? If you do twitch.tv/drops, it should tell you. I hear it. Where is it? It's right outside the house. Where is it? I'm surrounded, but I can't see it. Maybe I'm not. Is that just deceitful audio?
F3 right on top of the truck. Stay away from the truck.
Okay, there's one there. There's one there.
Truck is cleared.
Found out today, if you put the docs, tapes, and newspapers in, you get XP for it, even when it doesn't ask for them. Oh, nice. So they do actually matter. I bet I'm going to need this. I'm taking this. I'm running. Oh, hey, a tire. Oh, we do need tires.
Hey, can you grab this the umbrella for me?
I can come back. Well, you know what? F it. Yes, I can. There's a pocket radar in the middle of that park.
Okay.
That's good to know, though, about the XP stuff. I didn't know that. All right, we have 2 umbrellas inside of the truck. Ooh. Fuses removed. New fuses installed. All right, we just need oil, but we need like 2. We need like 2 things of oil, friends. All right, we're on a mission. I have not been this direction. I have not.
2 things of oil heard. I haven't found anything yet.
Roger that. Oh. Umbrella. Yeah. Only the umbrella was useful against hail in real life, as you just get destroyed. All right, let's go check the garage real fast. What's the difference between the blue dots and the green dots on the pocket radar? The difference is the green stuff is useful things like health. There is energy drinks and things of that nature. The blue dots are things that are helpful for the truck. Either things that are helpful for the truck, or I believe even this shows up as blue, something to protect you from getting electrocuted. Yeah, the blue stuff is very useful. Oh, hey, a flashlight.
Do we need a scissor jack?
Probably. I'm unsure, sir. Oh, forgot about the umbrella. No oil. The oil is going to be literally in the middle of nowhere. I bet you. I almost guarantee it. I almost guarantee it. Oh, somebody just... Oh, I don't trust. I don't trust. Yeah, I don't trust. Dude, that thing's on the move. Shit.
I got his scissor jack. I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, it was definitely coming this direction. We got to be careful, SpongeBob.
I got another tire too, so just work.
So we need oil. Line of sight is fast with that one. I mean, there is a pocket. Oh my God, dude. There is a pocket radar in the middle of that park if I really, really need it. Oh, look, TV. I'm gonna try. Oil. Oil's yellow. We need yellow. I'm not seeing any yellow here. Big F5 is 0.4 away. Oh, fucking newspaper. That's some bullshit. Take me by my little hand and go like this. Can I jump in here? Oh, nope, there's a tire there, though. Thank you, Dachshund. All right, I see no yellow bottles anywhere. I'm looking, man. I'm looking. I can't even go that far. I'm literally at the edge of the map. There's the truck, though. We're trying. Oh, shit. We need one more thing of oil. Bloops. Hello, friendo. Shit. If it's not in the garage, like, it's not here. What about in this park? What about in this one? Any yellow canisters? Anything? Nothing. You heard those last night? Oh, IRL? Dude, fucking terrifying. I've heard no communication from them, so I assume we have not found it. Yeah, we have not found it. That sucks. That sucks. We tried. Oh, look, a big flashlight. Well, I guess I'll just run over here and die with my friends. So close. Needed one frickin' oil. Can't find it
One
anywhere.
oil. Well, I just went to the gas station and the other house.
Yep. Nada.
Well,
Let me go this way.
nice to know you, Flash.
Oh, nice knowing you. Miss you. Time for a flying lesson? Yeah. You're fine.
I don't want to go out like this, Flash.
Just put some oomph in it.
I put in some oomph in it.
Is there an upstairs? No. I was gonna go upstairs in that house. What are you? Don't you fucking dare. Is that what I think that is? On the grass in front of the house. I was probably about 30 seconds to 1 minute away from being able to do it. Would it make you feel good or bad that I picked up an oil right before I died? I was getting sucked in by the NATO and I looked down and saw oil and picked it up and then got taken by the tornado.
Oh my
No,
God.
you were that close.
Yeah, I was going back to the
Oh my
truck
God.
and gone. Just gone. It was in the grass
I came
in
out
front
of
of
that
the
house and I was like, yoink.
Oh,
Was
dude.
it really?
by a tree.
Yeah, you gotta remember to check like around cars and backyards.
I was
and
checking every
everything.
part.
Backyards,
Every
yeah,
junkyard.
literally, yeah.
That was close.
We're
Front
one
yard.
away. Side yards, front
Side
yards,
yard, yeah.
Yeah, all yards, many
Backyard.
yards. Yeah,
back
all the yards.
doors. Spit on it first, please.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
what?
You know what? I'm gonna run with this. I'm not running with.
Brake taught me that. By the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it's not worth it.
Not running with that suit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because the like needing to have extra space for a defib, nah. Crowbar would be better.
I'm one away from having my crowbar suit.
Okay.
I'm so close.
I still have to light myself on fire couple times, and we'll get there for the next suit. Still have to earn that one. God, that was hot garbage. Close, but no cigar. That's very true. Oh, okay. Oh, so there's that.
All right. It's lightning. We just gotta watch for lightning strike.
All right, I'm gonna touch it. I did say that I needed fire. Bloops! Oh my God, pocket radar again. Bloops! Thank you for the 5 subs, homie. Oh, and if we get to the whole dressing up as a cow and playing funnel runners thing, I'm gonna be changing every single alert that I have to being tornado and cow related. In one way, shape, or what am I doing? I'm not even using it. We do not. Amusing. Friendly native? I don't think so. I don't think it's very friendly. The goal of this game is that you are to fix a vehicle to escape, to get out. And the problem is you are like, you can see the things I'm missing. So fuses, tires, coolant, but obviously there's tornadoes and lightning strikes. Shit on fire over there. All kinds of fun stuff. That's a big boy. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? How far away did I just get thrown? Where's my shit? Is it over here? It's over here, right? Flash, look out. Thanks. Oh, hey, coolant. Be careful, there's lightning. Thanks. I don't know where my shit is. All right, well, I'm gonna have to go without it for now. No, I didn't. I walked around the power lines. I think I got struck by lightning. I think. Yeah, I didn't think that I walked into it. Maybe I did. Hey, Elias! Thank you for the 10 subs, homie. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Hey, whole place has been looted already, I guess?
I don't know. Oh, shit. I don't know where the crowbar is. Please, 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 please. You for sure walked over one? Did I really? Shit. I didn't think I did, but absolutely possible. You walked dead center? Did I? Shit, what was I looking at? I had a crowbar and stuff, and oh, that's gone. My health's partially gone. That's fine. All right, anyway. There's no cut down the middle of this one. That sucks. Yeah, I'm playing with Bearded Baron, Mighty Chinggis, and Break of Daylight. Yes, indeed. Playing with our friendos. Irish! Thank you for the subs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. These houses are obliterated. Oh shit. I have no root. Okay, well, this is all I got. Hey, do we need a scissor jack?
Jack, it's already out over there.
Roger that. This is oh god, I might be dead. I might be dead. We will see. Bob, thank you for the follow. Ray-Ban, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, friends. Oh boy. It came directly to this house. Survived. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Sonia, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, Fran. I don't know. Yeah, I should have been dead. Oh, look, a tape. We love water beds. Oh my god. We're gonna find 1,500 scissor jacks. That's how this is gonna go. Do we need more coolant? Oh. No, we need oil. Well, this used to be a shower. Oh, flashlight. I'll take it. Tokens. Tokens. That's a token of my appreciation. Your prayer was answered? What do you mean your prayer was answered? What happened? Oh, fuel, not oil. Jesus Christ. I learned how to read yesterday. It was a lot of fun. There's a tire. We do need... Hey, FNAF, we do need tires. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Go. Go. Go! Between the fences, go! We got there.
I have a friend. I don't know.
I'm guessing that's a Baron. I think it's a Baron.
Oh.
I found me a tire.
Okay. Well, I found me a Baron. That was the only thing I found in this house so far.
Oh my god. Well, if I live, at least we'll be dead together. Oh, okay. Thank you guys for the gift subs. Please make sure to always thank your gifter. Thank you. Shitness, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dropping it. I'm coming! I'm coming! Yep, after that, dude. Look how fast this one is. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, they survived that? Rain, thank you for the biddies. Thank you. Dude, my health is shit. Okay. Mine's a little better than his, though.
Do we have everything we need to change the tires? I know we have a jack. Did we have a toolbox?
I can check outside.
Anything.
I can check outside to see if we have a toolbox. I don't see one in the truck. I do not see a toolbox anywhere. There's no defib either. Shit. Okay. We have a tire, right? I don't even know. Where have I not gone, dude? This way? I've been over here, but I lost some shit. Oh, wait. No, he's probably fine. Skizzer jack again. Tire and fuel. Tire and fuel. Tire and fuel. Oh, son of a bitch. Yep.
I found a scissor jack. Do we need a scissor jack?
We do not. We have one of those for sure.
Okay.
Did you see fuel behind the gas station? Did you? I can go look again for sure. Yeah. I can go look. The tornado's aimed at you. I mean, this one's not. This one looks like it's off to the side, which is fine, but I can't safely go out there. It was so quick. No, 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 you're good. I'll check again. Okay. I think I'm far enough away. Behind the gas station. Behind the gas station. Like beside or behind? Shit, I'll go in front, around, you name it. Oh, another tire though. Hey. I did find a second tire. I'll take it. But we do need a toolbox. A defib would be nice too. Can I jump this? Is that just a flashlight? That's Apex tokens, isn't it? All right. I'll take it. Sold, I guess. I'll start over here and work around the outsides of the house, I think. Ooh, Apex tokens. So we need fuel and a toolbox, yeah? No, the houses are obliterated for sure. I don't know where Break are. I don't know where Break is. I don't know where Chinggis is. I don't know what they have found. But I'm searching everywhere at this point. There's a defibrillator in the junkyard. Okay. Shitballs. Oh, wait, what just happened? Did something just get updated? Nothing here. Fuck. Oh my god. Would the tow truck have a toolbox? I don't know. Like, you'd think that there would be some of that stuff on certain vehicles, but I think it is really 100% random. I think it really is random. Thank you for the hype train, friendos. Thank you, thank you. What is this? There's a defib. What is it? I found fuel. Motherfucker. I'm bringing it anyway. I also found fuel. Should I just bring the defib instead?
Okay, so we need a toolbox more than fuel. Okay.
No, bring your fuel.
Bringing my fuel.
I'll take it for now. No idea where our toolbox is. Oh, shit. You're gonna search the sky. Okay, dude. Okay. I mean, at least this open floor plan makes it a little bit easier to check the rooms, huh? The VHS tape made it. Let's go. I might as well go defib Baron. Check the yards of them. I do enjoy an open floor plan. Ah, when in Rome. There you go. I found stuff in the front yards near the trees. I maybe should check there. Yeah, the tornado is literally 0.2 miles away. 0.2. He was so peaceful. I'm running towards the tornado though, which is going to make it a bit more difficult to get away from it. So maybe that's not a good idea actually. Let him ride the nader. Yeah. Don't want my mans to miss his ride. Oh, look, a battery.
I got a toolbox.
Oh, fuck. And where are you?
Truck!
Oh my God. This is silly. Look, look. I can't.
Oh my god!
I can't. I just got electrocuted. I just got electrocuted.
I also got electrocuted. You just got changed.
What the fuck? Hey! Hey! Oh man, that's so funny. That's twice. That is twice we have found what we've needed at the end. Literally at the end. Oh my God. This, yeah, the tornadoes have no mercy. Absolutely none. It's so close. It really does make you search way more outside the houses though, for sure. Did you get sucked out of the truck? No, Baron electrocuted me after I got electrocuted. First, I get electrocuted by nature outside. Then I get electrocuted by Baron inside. Okay, there's no winning. Can we watch all this again? Us failing over and over
I'm not
again.
running
Ow.
with this push to talk shit. Fuck you. It's fucking sucks. It doesn't pick up half of what you tried to say. I ain't doing it.
That's
I hear you. I'm okay with it.
that's fine.
All right.
What's that? We moving to Discord?
No, just
Honestly,
the push to talk.
That's-
Oh,
stuff,
the
it
push to
just-
talk isn't working.
be
Oh, I understand. No, you're
probably
fine.
be easier.
You're
'cause
fine.
You're
it's
fine.
annoying trying to figure out like how to turn on and off the proximity or the whatever
What?
non-pro. Never mind.
All right.
Are you okay?
So
We've
No,
been
I'm
doing
having a
struck
stroke.
out on us. Yeah.
hold on.
Mr. 420, bye, friend. Yeah, you should probably take a dart and call us in the morning, okay?
Ow!
There you go.
There we go.
Nice shot, hero. Oh, son of a bitch. Mother Nature with the W, it's kicking our ass. It is kicking our ass. I need to like not start with a house. Immediately go right out into like a junkyard or into the park or something. 3 darts is too much. Oh wow, it's very, very warm in here, you know? Are we under a street lamp with the
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we are. Oh, okay. Going right over here immediately. First things first, I'm the realist. Okay. Energy drink, give. Sip. Oh, trash can. Walkie-talkie should be optional. Loving Father, God give it. Always keep a smile on that pretty face. Aww. Do these work? My immersion is ruined.
Oh, someone's else in the morning for
I was trying to see my Saul, but you know, nothing. Some bullshit. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go to this house. Okay. Truck is across the way. Right? Yeah? Truck is over there? Yeah. Doing great, sweetie. Thank you, Siren. Ooh, crowbar. I will take that. There's usually shit to crowbar. More tokens. Nice. I have found 0 things to actually help the truck, though. Nada. Chinggis missed a toolbox. Already? Like, as in you saw him miss one? Is that how we're starting this? Is that how this is going to go? You see him missing shit already? Ooh, coolant. Yeah. I'm going over this way. Siren, thank you for the gifted to Video Girl Syndrome. Thank you for the sub. Oh, do we need double coolant? No, we just need one. I have coolant. Oh, we need a battery.
We do need a second oil. We do need a second oil.
I also found a battery, so I have a battery and a coolant on my persons.
You already have the battery. You do not need the battery.
Fine, I didn't want to bring it back anyway. Oh, I gotta get inside. Got us a NATO foreman. Right, literally on top of me. Oh boy. Oh, oh boy.
Fuses.
Uh-huh. Get that crowbar. I want to go back, but I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
Judge your nouns.
Say judge your nouns? What'd he say? What the fuck did he just say? Are you fucking kidding me? Never mind, going right back. You heard that too? Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Well, I might as well check the garage while I'm here.
Coolant, bringing it in now.
All right. Well, I guess you have the coolant. Never mind. We needed one. Why the fuck do we need extra coolant? Why? Why would we need extra? That is a waste of time. Bringing extra coolant. That's like bringing an extra battery. You heard Judge or Nats? Oh, yeah. Maybe it's Judge or Nats. Wait a minute. Is that I Hurt You Rain? Oh, fuck.
You okay?
Is this a fun game? It's a great game. It can definitely be a challenging game, which is not a bad thing. Give me this. Give me that. All right, let's go searching. Oh, this looks cool, though. With the downed light, that looks pretty freaking awesome, actually. Defib. All right, so he has the coolant. We need oil. Oil will probably be the hardest one to find. I wonder if I'll find it in a front yard again. I found oil.
Oh, hell yeah. Get back.
It now is just some tokens.
There is an F4 tornado headed south from the van. There is an F3 tornado forming right where the F4 tornado is right now.
Fuck. I was so close. I was so close. Oh. It spawned on top of me outside. There was nothing I could do. I hit the ground so hard. Hey, I see the water tower from here,
There's
though.
an F3 tornado forming on top of the van right now.
That does me no good. I'm next to the electricity, which is annoying, though. Oh, hey, look, Jinx is in the truck. Well, he's staring at this, so he knows I'm dead. He should know for sure I'm dead.
FlashForce is down. He had the second oil we needed, so that's been flung somewhere now too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Tornado.
Hurry up, get in and close it. Get in and close it. Tornado's
Let's go
right
find some action. Oh,
Close it, close it.
He's straight to the east. Yeah, so you're gonna go in front of the van and make your first right.
ads are coming soon, friends.
But
You're
you're
gonna miss me dead. They're gonna try
Oh,
to
they
soon
just
try to
can't
get me.
hear me. I kept asking where I was, and they weren't answering. But it's
She
okay. I
wasn't
figured
actually
it out.
talking.
Van's right there.
She was not talking.
It just wasn't safe.
I don't think she was actually talking into the radio. I'd like to watch her try, because I wonder if she's accidentally not hitting the push to talk thing. But we'll see.
Well, you know, when in Rome, see if this house has been searched. Energy would be nice.
We're just listening to breaks in her dialogue. He became Luke.
No, there's nothing. Someone probably already came in here.
A few times where Chingus was talking in the radio and it was just not coming through. I wonder if it's just being spotty. Yeah, there's nothing we do about it.
South from the truck, and we're gonna make our first turn to the east.
Oh my god. He's risking it for the biscuit.
Flash!
Yeah!
Flash, say something!
Ah!
Alright, I'm gonna go in here.
Oh, hey, lights. He could use some health. All that freaking hail, dude. What's up, Vaughn? How are you, friend?
No guaranteed that he's over there either.
Oh, some coolant. It's not oil.
Like we know that he's
Headed right for your house. Take cover. You're also right up street from Flash.
He almost ran upstairs. I was like, I don't think that's where you want to go.
Alright, I am down in the corner with like 40% health.
What if we can see it? Hold on. Oh my god. Oh, he might be okay.
Alright, I'm gone.
I do hear it in front to the right.
No.
Oh, nice. Med kit, clutch. There we go. Can you direct? No, I can't give them any information at all. When you're dead, you're just hanging out. Best thing I can do is watch them, and then if I spot something, be like, hey, you were in this house and I saw this. That's about it. All right, let's see. There's there's me. There's Chingus. Is Chingus about to get sucked up by a NATO? Haunt him? Oh, that's a big one. I wouldn't go further. That's where the tornado's going. I would have stayed exactly where I was. Like, where do we get, like, where we take our belts and wrap it around, like...
Sliver. And I'm dead.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Never mind.
How's it going?
I didn't want to be alive anyways.
Yeah, let's go. Dead people. Woo!
Flash?
Hi.
Yeah, he's right here.
All right.
My,
I don't know if Flash can hear me.
Greg, can you hear me? I hear you. Greg!
Try to go in this house.
Greg!
Baron, run! Run! That's a nader behind you!
I got him.
Oh, god damn.
Oh my god. Is there a defib
Do we have a
in here?
defibrillator in here by chance?
Find the defib.
Oh,
Find the
nice.
Oh, you found a defib.
Couldn't move as fast. Claire!
Claire! Oh, yeah. Here.
Hey, where's your oil?
Flash on the floor, right in front of you.
I dropped it.
It's straight south. Flash right in front of you.
What,
On the
what-
floor.
Damn it.
Right here.
Wow.
Right here.
Oh, thank you.
Right here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought you said the oil was in front of me. I was so confused.
No. You were all the way south when you got picked up.
Ah, yeah. I don't know where that oil is now. We're gonna have to go searching. Is it safe? Okay. I mean, you know what I mean by safe. What if I find more oil? Like some backup oil? You know what? I'm not even looking inside. I just need to be near a house just in case shit goes down. Oh, hey. Found a granola bar.
I need help in on my location. I am right across the street from the other house where we picked up Flash out the backyard. I am on the south side. I got breakdown over here, behind you. I'm jumping up and down.
Is he talking
I'm
to me?
over on the lid porch. Whoever's got the umbrella.
Oh, that's not me. Okay.
Yep, right over here. Yeah, I got.
Going around the outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. Oh, it's getting really eerie over here. Like this is like a ghost house. You were near your house when you entered the suck zone. This is
She's in
very
the
true.
hallway.
This was this the house? This wasn't the house. I thought it was more towards the center. Wasn't I? I was definitely outside. Like I thought the house, I was like over there somewhere. I was down south. Oh, he said he found me down south. I am down south right now. I'm assuming we've been here. Although there's a bunch of shit laying around everywhere. Maybe we haven't. There's nothing ever in these.
Can we buy a defib?
No, you have to be level 30 to get a defib.
We're on the search,
I'm
friends.
going back to the house with the defib on it.
More bandage. I'm gonna use it.
I'm almost to the defib.
Oh, the tasks are all done. Oh, they're just trying to revive her. Oh shit, I gotta go. Where was the truck? Was that over? It was over here, right? I didn't even realize the tasks were all done. I'm coming!
I've got the defib. I'm almost to the truck. I'm out of stamina.
I gotta let my stand build. I gotta let my stand build. Have a good one, Gold Tiger. Thank you. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. That's a good defib right there. Let's go.
Go, go!
Oh, look at that.
Man, I had a NATO land right on top of me. Wait, which one's the keyhole?
No,
Oh, Jesus
hold on.
Christ.
How do
Don't
we
rush
drive?
me. I need to use the
I've never
bathroom. I'll be right
driven
back.
before.
What, do you not know how to drive? No, I don't.
Why? I don't. No, I don't know how to drive.
No, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Revert.
Yay!
Holy shit. Des, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. That's a perfect nightmare. That's a perfect nightmare.
Shy boy. How are you doing
0.2
today?
miles. Point
what?
two. You know,
I feel like I didn't
we
do
could
shit.
have had it done earlier, but I think I.
But you know what though?
jinxed
The
us.
presence of just being around, I think, is really what's needed with friendship. You know? Look at that
Everybody
nightmare.
lived.
Look at that
We did all the
nightmare.
things.
Yeah, you're lucky I found you. I was like going around and I saw Break and I was like, oh damn,
Not
I gotta
moving
get
doubles
Break.
or even
And I was
triples your
like,
stem.
she had
Oh,
the
your
pocket
stem.
radar,
I think
and
it's worth it.
and I was like,
Really?
there's something over here, and I was like,
So
this is
crouching does
oil.
nothing but not moving is what regenerates the stem. Okay.
And it was oil. And
Yeah.
No, he came
4,600.
and he
Wow.
called
Ignition
me and he was like,
oil.
yo, with the umbrella breaks right here. I've got oil.
yeah,
Everyone's yelling
look,
at once.
you got rescued. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, no, we did good there.
You
I
did
did
good,
good.
kid. You did good.
Yeah.
High
Oh,
five.
you did good.
High
High
five.
five.
You did good.
Oh,
You
yeah,
did so
high
good.
five.
High
Yeah.
I'm ready for
High five.
training.
Yeah, let's do training mode now. Yeah.
Oh my God. Tornado takes 15 minutes to show up now.
Yeah, unless there's oil.
All right.
I'm just gonna have to come
And
crowbar a door
immediate.
randomly.
Did you unlock your new suit? I have 3 of them unlocked. I need 1 more. All right, we have a skizzer jack. All right.
Nice. Okay.
Oh my God, is
Scissor
this
jack.
actually,
Oh, we
Unless we
also have
don't
the
need
crowbars.
tires.
is this actually the training?
Oh, God damn it.
Oh
Why
my
would
God,
you do
Baron.
that?
Oh.
Fuck, dude.
Oh. I want to find some health and put myself on fire some more. I'm going to go find health and I'm going to go put myself on fire more. Oh, there we go. All right. Do that. I have found multiple things of fuel. Oh shit, we do need 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, what's up? Oh, the trash can's not on fire anymore.
I got a toolbox.
I kind of would like chickens on fire. This seems really dangerous. I saw another one out here, right? I did. Oh, it's a jackal. Nice. Fuel's done. I think Baron's on fire again. Pretty sure Baron's on fire again. So what the hell is the point of this? What is the point of this if we have our own personal radios?
What?
Sir, can you not yell?
What is
Jesus
the point of that?
Christ.
What is the point of that?
A point of what?
The radio. We have our own radios.
I don't know. That was loud as fuck, though.
You're very
Hey, look,
welcome.
I found a toolbox.
Listen
Here's
up, you
some- I'll
toolbox.
go do the fuses real quick.
All right. Damn it. Can I still? I can't be on fire in this anymore, can I? No, you don't lose this. You can't lose this. You can't throw this down. This is stuck with you. That is on your person at all times. Oh man. I was gonna light him on fire. The van radio can't be muted. Oh, interesting.
What on earth have you located and are you using? It sounds... Oh, never mind. It's Baron.
Yeah, they knew. They knew. They knew. Hey, that is loud.
Yeah. So that's the purpose of the radio, sir.
Oh, okay. Roger
Okay?
that.
Yeah. Just so you know.
It does make a lot more sense now. Tiny Moo, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, dude. That will be fine. You said something. I don't. I was just curious. Because we have our own radios. I was like, what the hell's the point of having this radio if I got my own radio? Are they okay? I don't really know. Was there actually a person down over there? Oh, bitch. Need a crowbar. Let's see something here. Hold on. I think the stam does regen faster if you're not moving. Here, watch. Hold on. I'll completely drain it. That was Baron. Oh, did he actually die? He didn't die, did he? So, if I'm moving, it's regenerating like that. If I stop moving, it goes like that. Nah, he's fine. Okay. I assume so.
I found oil. I'm useful.
Yeah, you did it. I think there was coolant or oil in the front of the gas station on the ground. Ooh. Do you remember what color it was? Did she say she found oil? What'd you say you found?
Your mom, over?
So you like dug up her corpse or what?
Yeah, I was wondering what the smell was for. I just used Febreze.
Probably want to do another double spray or something like that. Need to anyway. Hey.
Oh my God, there's so
I'm
much
here to
help
rock
here.
your world.
Oh. I brought protection.
Oh. I brought the oil.
That's cool.
The house sounds like it's swaying. You're on easy mode. Oh yeah, that's
Just
right.
so you know, when the lightning comes back, I'm gonna set myself on fire multiple times.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
I also have oil.
I swear to God, dude.
I have to burn myself for 10 minutes.
I say we need oil. I have one oil. He's like, I have oil. So it's like, okay, so we're bringing multiple shit back for what reason?
Hey, I've got oil. Yay.
And I have the backup oil to the backup oil. Roger, over. Man, if only we could like get into these cars and like try to like stay down. That'd be cool.
Drive around.
We need extra coolant, not extra oil.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put the extra oil in here, okay?
Well, yeah, now I can't. Yeah, now we can't do that. Well,
Chingus VIP, that's right.
You know, Chingus got mad at me because I
For
put
what?
it on training mode.
Why? What's wrong with that? It's just, you know, it's
Well,
experience.
that's what I said. He said, hey, we should put it on training mode, and so I did, and then now he's all upset with me because I put it on training mode.
Well, at least we have oil.
Yeah. We have plenty of oil.
But we do need coolant. Oh, hey, look.
What do you got over there?
I do have oil, by the way. Over.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Look, I found more.
I acknowledge you have oil.
I hate it here, dude. Why?
Hooray.
More oil. Maybe they have different purposes. You know.
Ooh, there's a pocket radar over here.
And oil. Does anyone have a crowbar?
No, wait, do you need
No,
oil?
nobody's got
Do you
a
need oil?
But I have
I've
coolant.
got a VHS.
Oh, you have
I've got a
coolant.
VHS tape.
Yeah, in my
Let's
hand.
go.
the
Baron's
one
got the
thing
most
that
important
nobody ever-
thing.
Hey, has anybody seen a crowbar?
No crowbar.
nobody-
What do we need a crowbar
You can
for?
buy a crowbar from the man.
Oh, just for my suit. There's a crowbar door.
Oh, yeah. Extra lubricant? Yeah. They didn't go outside, did they? Are you guys okay? Do you need more oil?
Coolant. I need more. Yes, more oil, please.
Roger that.
Do we need more oil? I found another thing of oil.
How much oil is too
You can
much?
use that to slather yourself up for our play later, sir.
Your garage has shelves full of oil? Let's go.
That you use for a slip and slide.
That was spicy. Oh my God. Are you okay? Hey, there's NATO
Scott.
over there. Careful.
One crowbar, please. I paid. Where's my crowbar? I paid twice. Where's my crowbar?
What? Was there a crowbar in here?
I paid for one.
Oh.
I can't.
Oh,
I don't see it. I purchased.
I also see no crowbar.
Oh, weird.
Are you sure you bought one?
Twice? I bought one twice.
You goofball. You didn't actually buy it. Now I bought one.
Oh.
I don't know where it is.
Where is it?
I have no idea. Maybe it's in storage. Nope, just an
So
Apex
that is
tape.
not working.
Yeah, something's wrong. It's fine.
That's okay. Oh, are we pushing the button at the same time?
Maybe. Hold on, wait.
Like, why can't we leave?
Here, I got it.
Stuck here forever.
I got it. There you go. Perfect.
Wait.
I'm just
No,
trying
it's
to
fine.
make sure you're
just
safe.
leave them.
I'm trying to make sure you're safe.
You just leave them. It's training mode, you know.
Oh no, but you need one more. We need one more crowbar.
I need to crowbar a door, so.
Clip through the floor. Well, maybe. Let me check outside. That's a good point. I'm looking around the outside to see if maybe the crowbar is like accidentally spawned somewhere they
Oh
shouldn't.
yeah, maybe like it fell.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
That's a good point.
if it's Baron's
s-
lobby. I'm wondering if he's the only one who can see the crowbars.
I don't know, but I do have more oil though.
Perfect. I don't think we can have too much, honestly.
Look, put some oil right there. Pow. Easy peasy. Had something spawn under the steering wheel in the van. What?
So this game of Nightmare went, or not this particular
Training.
one.
I was gonna say
Tonight the games
training.
of Nightmare have gone better.
They have at least one of them for sure. Check us
Yeah.
through the door to crowbar. I don't even know where there's more crowbar doors, like where we need to crowbar another.
I only saw the one. Yeah.
Oh, they found it. Oh, okay, it's done. It's finished.
Perfect.
Is it stuck in the vending machine? I don't know. I don't even know if it actually took any of our tokens. Because look, sold out my ass. Got 128. Should I just buy a shit ton of energy drinks now?
Close
Hey,
it.
guys.
I don't want to die.
I brought sodas.
Oh,
Not in training
nice.
round. Oh,
Nice.
thanks for the soda, man.
There's actually
Damn,
room for
dude.
5 energy drinks in
So
1
how
minute.
many can I
Is it really?
drink before
Hold
I
on.
start
Hold on.
vibrating?
I want to drink all these, please. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. I'm gonna drink the rest. No, you're okay.
I drank one. Here, I'll buy you another.
No, it's okay. There's, I don't think
We
we
don't
have
have
any
any
more monies.
monies.
We don't have any monies.
No, we're all out.
It's okay.
There's an extra crowbar in case you need it.
Is there an
We tried
is
to buy
there
2 of them and it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Is it behind you, Jack?
There
I can move the
is-
Jack.
Like if you drink 5 energy drinks in a minute, sort of thing, is there like an achievement for that?
Yes, I just got it.
I don't know. Nice.
I see.
So at the end, at the
Nice.
end of a mission, when we have whatever, we just buy a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fair.
Monster Run? I have so
Are
much
we
energy
leaving,
now.
Baron? Is that what? Is
I'm
that
so
what we're
ready. Where is he? Woo!
doing? Run like 5 marathons.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, zippy.
Give me that defib. Give me that defib. Baron! Where is he?
He's right next to the truck.
Is he? I got him. My man, there he is.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi, how you doing?
you're doing great.
Can I please? Why is it being so stubborn? It hates me.
You gotta believe.
That's some bullshit. Careful, looks dangerous outside. No, it's fine.
Get a thumbs up. Yeah.
I've done it before. Oh, it keeps kicking me
Oh,
off.
here, it's right. I'll just give you a
Okay.
boost.
Okay. You know what? He's
I
about
got it.
to
I got
shock
you.
me,
Watch,
isn't
watch,
he?
watch.
Oh,
I'll
no.
give you a boost. That's right. Here you go. Stop. Steady. Steady. Steady.
I am.
Yeah. See, I told you it worked. You're very welcome. Dude, I still have so much energy. Look at me go. I drank 5 energy drinks. I'm feeling good.
I have 3
I'm all
full
zippy.
medkits.
I'm all zippy.
He's so zippy. Well, this was
Not today.
Run.
I said
Yeah,
not today.
I can't believe that King said that he wanted to
Huh?
do training mode.
That's crazy. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
So
yeah, I
weird.
don't-
And who would listen to such a thing?
Imagine.
A good friend. A good friend.
A true friend.
Hey, dang it. Hey, look out the window. There's another tornado overhead.
Oh no, the twister. You gotta turn.
Oh,
You
no.
gotta spin around.
It's twin. Oh, no.
What if I could do that through the floor?
You know what? I'll just stay right underneath.
Clear! Clear!
I want to see the timing on this workout.
I can't. It's not letting it happen.
Rude.
Damn it. I tried.
Ah. Let's get out of here.
Roar.
Oh, they're so silly.
I was a helper. She couldn't get on top of the truck, and I boosted her up there. So, you can give me shit all you want. Drink
Circle
5
the,
energy
oh
drinks
no,
and
I
become
didn't
the
circle the
fly.
nader.
What?
How will you know what kind of?
Oh, I get it. I see what you did there. Took me a second. I took me a second. I was like, what the hell are you talking? Oh.
That one seemed like a gin for sure.
Yas, dude.
All right, you guys want to do one more?
Yeah, I'm down for one more.
Sure.
Do one.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
All right.
Sure.
What difficulty do we want to do it on?
You may choose, in my opinion.
Surprise.
Hey, Beastly. I'm doing well, friend. How are you?
All right. You know, I'm just gonna say, ow.
What? The part with you running around is on there as well. Thank you. Thank you, Blondie.
So, chat. Or is that it's hard mode? Then
What
yeah.
difficulty do we think he gave us?
It's hard mode.
I'm going to assume hard mode after what he just told his chat.
Yeah.
What did you tell your
my.
chat? I missed.
Acid rain. I'll go see if I can't find some quick umbrellas.
Roger
for
that.
us.
I'm just taking it to the face. Off to the races I go. Take the ouchies and go find some health in a minute. You have to get the chugging? What? Chugging? Shit. Hey, look, a crowbar door. Does a break need crowbar doors? Hey, look at that. Another energy drink. I haven't had an actual energy drink and it's been quite a long time. We do need fuses. I found fuses.
I didn't find an umbrella, but I did find oil.
Take advantage of this energy drink and get back there. Need energy to get there. Ah, that's why I drink coffee.
Is that not what I just said? Did I not just say that?
Ouchies.
Well, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna use this oil.
You got this, big guy. I'm gonna protect you.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, we should get inside.
You said you were gonna protect me. It means
Okay.
you have to protect me. Okay?
Okay.
You said you were gonna protect me.
I got you. I got
sir.
you. Look, I got you. I got you. See? Look. We're
Alright,
doing
I have
just
an extra
fine.
umbrella. I'm headed
Oh
back to the
shit.
van once this neighbor
Oh my
passes.
god! You son of a bitch! Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Don't you dare, you sick bitch!
Flag, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh man.
I'm okay. I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
It's a good thing.
He's dead. Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him killed
Yeah.
so easy.
We're
I'm gonna
okay.
wait. I'm gonna open that goddamn door, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit. All right, we got this. Is it still acid?
It is still acid.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I got this umbrella, huh?
I got an umbrella here.
Oh, look, you have an umbrella too.
Battery.
Let's go.
And I have an umbrella. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Am I still under the effects of the energy drink? Oh, I think it just ended. Jesus.
The defib in the park.
I love that movie. Oh, fuck. Defib in the park. It's a great one. Yeah. Paul Newman.
The idea behind this game is
You no longer stream K. I don't right now because it's been causing issues with lag. Lots of lag issues.
Does anybody else need an umbrella? I found an extra one.
I can't answer him because I'm using one.
I think we all have umbrellas, sir.
There we go. Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, how are you? Found some more
You know, we
Apex.
didn't check the
Cool, 'cause
optionals,
they're
and I'm
bad.
finding documents and everything.
All right, well.
And tape.
Do we need... Hold on. Do we have a toolbox in the vehicle?
I don't think so.
I think we need a toolbox.
We do have a toolbox and a skizzer jack inside there. Yes, we're only looking for a coolant at the.
Roger that. Then never mind. Need a cooler. Gator's got all them teeth and no toothbrush. It's fine. Look at that thing. That's
The
cute.
medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
Oh, it's just a little guy.
Little guy, it's fine. Now if it turns this way.
I already went through the garage.
Okay. Who we playing with? We are playing with Break of Daylight. We are playing with Mighty Chingus and the Bearded Baron. Flashlight bullshit. Flashlight bullshit. All right, let me in here. Let me in. I'm assuming there's still no way to do anything with that, right? I presume. Oh, look, fuel. Nothing.
Going around at this point in time, just looking for any oil.
I think there's some people that suggested that in the
Never
Discord
can
already.
have too much oil, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can never have too much oil. Woo! Boy, I tell you what. Never have too much oil.
I found coolant.
Oh, shit. Well, then that's all we need, right? Unless we unbar with a crowbar. which I haven't seen a crowbar in ages. Energy drink would be nice. Energy. I don't think there's any energy in here. Oh, look, a defib. Crowbar's where you left it. Okay. Oh, look, a flashlight. Well, balls. Well, I got an empty spot. Might as well take it.
Do we have a tire already?
Assuming that answers yes.
We do in fact have a tire.
Because he
It
said
is
that
already
all we
at
needed was
location.
the
Yes, ma'am.
all we needed was the coolants.
We
That-
do need to keep an eye out for more oil, though, just in case we need more oil.
I shall keep my eyes peeled, sir.
The truck. It's for
Oh,
oil.
wait, that's not oil.
It's to help us find the oil.
There's coming by on the
Look
east
out.
side of the map. I don't know
It'll
who's
be
over there
fine.
by themselves, but it's coming right for you.
Oh, wait, toward that. May I ask a Phasmophobia question? Yeah, what's up? What you got? Tiptoe through the window. That's where I'll be.
Oh,
Through the
Did you just
tulips. Hey, you need some more
take
oil?
my crowbar that I just bought?
It's me. Did he?
You cheap son of a bitch!
Did he?
I just bought that for myself.
Well,
do we have a
well.
Do we have a toolbox?
Yeah, it's out front.
Oh, why is it not?
Umbrella open in the house. I know it's bad luck, but you know, we got to do what we got to do. Where the hell's Break? Oh,
That's fine. I could be.
okay.
crowbar
She's
and
over.
do
She's
it,
in
but
front of the
Baron
truck.
has to- Baron
She's
has
over
to
that
go
way.
up.
Where is she?
Oh, as I'm sorry, as I'm replacing the tire.
Get more drinks. Oh yeah.
Fine.
Do we have
I
enough?
don't even have
Oh,
a
yeah.
crowbar, sir.
Not anymore.
I don't even have a crowbar. Yeah. Oh, big surprise there.
Oh look, a sody pop.
My little soda pop.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Soda I can take every time I break.
Every time I go into multiplayer lobbies, it times me out, my friends. Any suggestions? I would go just report it in the Discord, the Phasmo Discord, if I were you. Well, we don't have another crowbar, so I can't really be helpful here. I'm just gonna stand here with my soda pop. Yeah, of course. But of course. Don't be alarmed. That's any of. Oh no, it's fine. Oh, 20 shy. Oh. If he doesn't have an umbrella, he's in deep shit. Nader Foreman. Okay, that's not Baron. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, you know. Good, just hanging out, watching Nader.
Never found a crowbar. I was hopeful, but you know.
Chinggis bought one, and then Barrett stole it from the ground and took off. So,
Okay. So that's going well.
so there's that.
There's that. I saw a door that could be crowbarred, but I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, being able to, the stuff not going directly into your inventory, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Now, if your inventory's full, I get that. Like, then throw it on the ground.
And then throw it on the ground. That makes sense, yeah.
Right. Man, there's another one. Oh, hey, they did it.
The other thing I really wish is when you're dead, you can't see the task or how close the F5 is.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to be able to see that stuff.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right, tasks are done.
That's
Boy.
a big boy.
How close are they?
Look at him.
Oh my god, it's such a big boy.
He's doing so good. He's gonna go find that small boy over there.
Oh my god, there's two headed directly for... Oh, well, the M4 is going to miss them, I think. Yeah. They're fine. Look at the coins.
Yeah,
Wait, do we have enough? Oh, 153. Oh, man, we can buy all kinds of shit.
nice
It
day
tells
for
you how
acid
many are
rain.
left. So there's a number in the top left. It tells you how many there are. So, like, I could buy as many energy drinks as I can, as many energy pills as I can. Oh, break. Hey, you can do the energy drink thing.
I can.
Yes,
Oh,
we have a lot. We have a lot. Yeah, just look at all them soda
Just
pops.
pooping out energy drinks.
Yeah. Okay, I'll buy you a cup. I'll buy you another one just in case. Backup soda. And just drink them one by one. You'll be good. Don't be alarmed. Page no 7 finding. No, it's not. It's fine. Yeah, so you drink 5 energy drinks in a minute, and you get an achievement for that.
I'm gonna be so hopped up on energy.
Are you guys okay? Oh yeah, you're gonna be able to. You're gonna have like extra stam for a long time. Oh hey, that's Jenkins.
Oh hey.
Is there? Wait a minute. Is there a dead Baron?
Well, I'm
Okay,
not sure. I'm just
all right.
out here drinking energy drinks. Oh, I got it.
All right, we're done with everything. We're done with everything.
Yeah, we're just missing Baron.
Am I?
Oh, imagine that.
Am I?
He's
he
dead.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't see him up there yet.
Is he just not hit the ground yet? Is he still in the air?
Possibly.
Oh, now I see him. Yeah, there he is. He was still in the tornado. He just landed.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Brake's got so much energy. I think Brake's gonna have to be the
Oh
one.
my god, I got this.
We don't have a defense.
This is my time. But I can bring it back to the truck
Yeah,
so
that's
fast.
true. This is true.
That's true. But we have no
Where
way
is
to
he?
get him alive again.
Well, that's all right. We can search the nearby houses for defib while she goes to get Baron.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
She drank like 6
There's an
energy
umbrella
drinks,
right here.
dude. She's hopped up and ready to go.
Oh my god. Did she apply that I get 24 hours of energy by drinking 5-hour energy?
That's right. She's all
theory?
hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Did it
Yeah.
work?
I'm all
Oh,
hopped
she
up on
hopped up a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
This nader's
There's a
moving
defib on
so
the bed.
slow and
Was
it's
it
right here.
the house close to us?
Man, it's wasting all my time with this energy.
Which house do we think? There was a defib on the bed. Was it one of these ones, you think? Maybe I just try. Let's try Big Blue. Let's try Big Blue. Believe so. Okay. Worth a shot. Why not? Usually if I see a defib, I don't give a shit, and I just kind of keep moving. Got to keep on moving. Right. Toolbox. Okay. Well, I mean, there's no defib. I'm just looking for. Yeah. That'll be helpful. I don't remember which house. I don't either. I don't normally pay attention to where the defibs are. No defib on the bed. Flashlight. Oh boy. Big that it's 0.3 miles away. There's a defib in the park. Oh shit. In this one? Do I see it? Is that what I see right there? Oh my god, I have no stam. I have no stam. We're okay. Oh no, please shut the door! Got him. Gotcha, big boy.
I still haven't found a defibrillator yet. Flash has.
Well, hold on. Let Baron tell you where it is.
Yeah. It's in the park.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the park.
Roger that. Roger
No,
that.
it is. In the park.
Like, yeah, okay, all right.
What is,
Ethan is in the park.
what does it what does it say if you try to start it when not everyone's here?
I don't know. I haven't tried that.
Oh, he's here.
too
Never
late.
mind, he's here.
I'm here. Yeah, you.
Oh, by
yeah.
the way, I still have
Oh,
energy.
good, you're here.
Yeah, it's endless. When you drink so many back to back, but that's the thing is that your Apex tokens, they're only for that round, so you might as well use them. I forget that they're even there. So taking a bunch of energy, like taking like 2 or 3 back to back and just flooring it from house to house, I really need to start doing that more often. If you get hit by lightning, does that revive you? Oh no, if you're dead, it just charge you, I guess.
I told Flash earlier in the round, I was like, hey, there's a defib in the park. I'm not going to grab it right now, but it's there.
I think I do
I was
remember
like,
these
yeah,
words.
sure, whatever.
I do. I
It
think I
just
do.
Just kept going.
I do remember these. Which was
We
actually
got
funny
you
because
up,
someone's like,
sir.
"Oh yeah, there's a defib in the
All
park."
right.
I'm not
Everyone
complaining.
survived.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, yeah.
That
I
nader-
appreciate it.
That
I had
nader ate your
100%
face.
I had 100% confidence that you
That's
guys
right.
would.
And we
would
remembered,
listen.
and we got it. And look at you.
And we got it, and we got
Yeah.
you back,
And
and
we
we
got
were
you back,
alive, and we
and
were
we
all
hug
alive,
you,
and we did
and we
such a
pet
good
you.
job.
We hug you and pet you,
Yeah.
and then we
And then we fed you
And
to
then,
a
and then
nader.
we poke
then
you.
we got you with a dart
and-
right in the neck. Oh. Hey, Chingus, what are you smoking there?
Huh?
It looks like he's got it in the side of his
Oh,
mouth,
yeah,
like,
it's good
meh,
stuff.
see?
Yeah.
Meh.
Ah.
Oh, nice shot. Look at that, two side by side. Oh my God. You okay?
I'm
I think
okay.
he's-
You okay?
I think he's
Yeah, I'm
doing
good. I'm
okay.
good.
You
I'm
okay?
fine. Yeah, I'm good. You're fine. Ow. Look at his face.
We-
Jesus Christ.
Are the 4 of us gonna cosplay this out at TwitchCon? Darts and all?
Oh my God. Throwing
Can
actual
we
darts
leave
at each
the
other.
darts out of it?
Jesus.
I'm cosplaying as Flash.
I'm cosplaying as
I
Bray.
mean, that makes sense. No, I've already called break. I've already got the boobs for it.
Dang it. All right.
Oh
Who am I
my
get to
God.
choose?
Ow. I think
Oh,
Break is still hopped up on energy.
I just
Yeah.
got an achievement for darting people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, I
Nice.
got it. There's an achievement for getting on
There's-
top of the van, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, is there? Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's-
I zapped Break on top of the
Nice.
truck to let her get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You already got it.
Well, yeah, she has it now. You got a freaking dart in your neck.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
You're so crazy, man. Yeah,
Hey,
I got
what
the
up,
dart
Karsten?
achievement the first
Thank
day
you for the
because
raid, man.
3
Appreciate you.
people all ganged up
I
on
hope
me.
you had a
We
good
did.
stream.
You got turned into a porcupine.
Turn into a porcupine. Nukin.
Thank you guys for playing with me. That's gonna be it for me.
Thank you for the
All right, Baron.
games.
Appreciate you
Thanks for
guys.
joining us, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for
Flash break. Are you guys gonna keep going? You wanna
Probably
keep
not.
playing?
I mean, I would possibly, if you want to do another one, I'd be down for one more probably.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let Baron's
Okay,
sweet little
twist
princess
my
ass go
arm.
to.
Nightmare's the hardest mode of the game at the moment. That's correct. That's correct. The sky is so calm. Yeah, for now. But I hope your stream was good. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follows, by the way. All right. I think I'm probably hosting. I think he told me I'm hosting. Flash, invite only, Shri players. Okay. There we go. Yeah, Nightmare is the hardest. I imagine they'll add other things at some point, but I mean, it's early access and they already have that stuff enabled. All right, let's do break. Mr. Chingus. Make sure not to add Chingus as good boy. Excited to see what else they add. I am too. Yeah, this game has a lot of possibilities. Yeah. It's been one that we just keep wanting to replay because the chaos of it is just so fun. Love it. Training in normal or open. Yeah, you've got to get to level 10 for the hard and level 20 for nightmare. So I'm level 20 or level 21 or something. Hi. Welcome back. Should I do random? Do we want to do random? Gonna call it there too, actually. No, you're good, Break.
Everything's?
No, well, no. No, you can't random the difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
only
mean,
the
yeah,
two of
if
us.
you wanna try Break said, I thought she said twist her arm and she was gonna join us.
No, she said she's gonna call it. Whatever, it's fine.
It's not like she's been live for 7 hours or something.
Whatever.
I mean, well, in theory, you've still streamed longer, right? Because you did your usual Sunday afternoon thing today.
This is true. Thank you, Tiny Moo. This is very true. We'll do random time of day and we try hard.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. He said something. Okay. And it already begins. He did speak. All right. We got a skizzerjack and an umbrella. Oh, shit. I'm going to go see if I can find another umbrella.
2 tires. Okay. All right.
Yep. Odds are there'd be one at the house. There's not going to be one at the gas station. So we'll go here first. Hopefully find it so that way we can get one to him so we can find more stuff. Umbrella? Shit. Umbrella? Shit. See you, Woos. Have a good one. All right. He might just take the hit. Ooh. I'll take it. We do need oil. And it's already spawning. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We'll be fine. It's fine.
Hi.
Hi. I found some oil. I did not find an umbrella.
Oh, okay.
Can you get the fast drop
I mean,
when someone's on it? No, you have to be... The only way you can get a game drop is if you're watching that game. Yeah, you can't get a drop for a different game.
I'm just gonna beeline it for that other map. I mean, if I just get
I'd
here
go
in the
for
van.
it. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, for the content, right?
Let it rip. You got this. Easy peasy.
I think I do.
That's
I'm going for it.
That's so aggressive.
Hi, Silva. Oh wait.
Miss you. Oh, we need to change the tires too. We need to change 2 of them. Unfortunately, I can't hold the umbrella and do this at the same time.
Oh, hey, look, an umbrella.
Do these people not believe in furniture? Their houses are insane. I know. Damn, need a crowbar. That house doesn't. That house doth not. I gotta remember to check the outside of the houses too, near the trees and just in the yard. Because I have found like that one oil that other time. Oh, it was in the goddamn yard. Worth a look-see. What is that? Like, what is on the porch? What is that? Is that... Oh, just tokens. Fuck it. That's fine. What's up, Aiden? Welcome in. Ooh, I don't remember seeing a toolbox. Yeah, we have a scissor jack in the truck. We did not have a toolbox. Just tokens. Well, I don't need them right now. I will buy some energy drinks and stuff. All right, I'll take the toolbox in here, and then we need to find 2 tires. 2 tires. Well, shit. We'll wait here first. See where that bad boy's moving. I think it's coming right for us. People have complained about them spawning on their chairs, making them hard to get. Yeah, that was a weird spot. That was definitely a weird spot. Oh, hey, more tokens. Don't mind if I do. Pop a sody pop before I go run into one of the other houses. Roger that. I'm going to be on the lookout for some tires. I brought a toolbox back, so we have that and a scissor jack.
Awesome.
We're on the move. Yeah, see, look, you take one of the energy drinks, man, you just gun it. All right, he was just here. We get around so much faster, and it's just 20 of those tokens. Oh, shit. Oh, we need a crowbar. Fudge. Try this one instead. I know I could go down that way, but... Oh, okay. I'm out of stam. Let's wait a second. Let it regen. Went to grab my dinner. Where did everyone go? Oh, no, they just split off. That's all right. We won't be going much longer as well. Oh, there's no upstairs to this building, right? Oh, look, another energy. Energy pills, give. Give. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Now we run. So much energy, I got blue around my screen. Energy pills in the shower? Oh. We think they're energy pills. Yeah, one in Rome. Wonder if this one will have a tire in the bathtub. Might get lucky. All right, we have 75 Apex tokens. No, but there's a defib in there, though. Close enough, probably.
Naders forming just north of the truck. I'm in the truck. Doors are closed.
Roger that. I am in a house currently, sir. The other two-story house type. Shit. This is usually where I see it. Dang it. Dang it. Well, that sucks. All right, let's check the garage outside. Toolbox. Tokens. Oh, crowbar. Yeah. Yeah. It's because the umbrella's open inside? Ah, it's bad luck. He's bad luck. What's up, Rogue? How are you? Oh, I can't. Okay, there we go. That is 2 bathroom tires missing. 2. No. F that. Give me this. There we go. See you, Vicky. Have a good night, friend. Another umbrella. Oh, damn it. The crowbar only uses 1 slot because I am using the sheriff character. When you use that character, it makes it so that you only use 1. Hi.
I still haven't found any fucking tires.
I don't know. I can't find any. More tokens. Oh, I thought I saw a tires goddamn stool. Look, there's tires right there. Come on now. Fuel. Don't need. Oh, hey, actually, I do need a crowbar so that we can do the doors. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to crowbar 30 doors to unlock it. You're right. Yeah. Oh shit. Any doors for crowbars? Any doors for crowbar? Oh shit. There's no house left in there. Andy Alex, thank you so much for the 9 months. Welcome back. There was no house on the other side of that door. What the shit? Is that coming for me? No. No, we're okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Got some oil. Alright. Well, this is interesting. Wallpaper's kind of cute. Yeah. Ouch. No tires. Literally. Is that trash or is that a tire? That's trash. Mother fricker. There might be some over there, but god damn it. God damn it. Oh my god, there's more oil, I swear to god. None to be found anywhere. No tires. We are the oil men now, that's true. I'm gonna stop and regain my stamp for a sec. There we go. Okay, now we run. Oh, I see a tire. That sucks. Oh, that's right near the goddamn truck. Gimme. I found one tire. It is now inside the truck.
All right, I heard you. Thank you. I have found the other tire.
Okay, removed. Give. Okay. One of them has been replaced.
Oh, Jesus.
Shut the door. I can't shut the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. I was
Okay.
mid med kit. I couldn't do it. Shit. All right.
Oh, man. That storm is kicking my ass. I'm at like 1/3 health. Oh, wow.
There you go.
That's like right here.
Hey.
Hey.
There you go. Unicycle the truck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I'm so freaking ready for this.
all right.
We're doing pretty damn good. We're at 0.7 miles away.
Okay. We're doing it.
All right, let's check the Doppler. Hold on. Nope, there's another meter right here. Okay, all right, let's go push.
Where's that sound close? Oh, it's right there. All right, it's over here.
Close it, close it. Wait, I closed it. Where are you?
I'm coming in. Yee. It's the front left tire, driver's side. He went the wrong way. He went the wrong way and then Scooby-Dooed his ass back the other way. Joker, thank you for the prime, man. That's it.
Well now.
That's
well
it.
now.
How now, brown cow?
We did the optionals.
We did all the things. We
We're
did
on
it
hard
all.
mode, right?
We did it all.
Oh man.
Look at that. Extra sodies for the road. I'll drink this one. You drink those, all right?
No, don't drink the Kool-Aid. I know it tastes good, but oh my god, that
All
shit.
right.
makes your hair
Nicely
fall
done.
out, sir.
Up. Let's get out of here.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Kick some ass. Oh my god. Board game survival until I found you guys. Hey, I appreciate that, Willie. Thanks, man. Laters. Holy moly. They have a ping in their Discord. What is it for? Oh, they're going over applications for content creators and stuff. Love watching tornadoes. Don't we all? Mr. Chingus. Well done, sir. GG's. GG's, well done.
G freaking G's, man. I almost
That we
felt
do it right
easy.
there, sir.
Yeah, high five.
Ow,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
caught. Headbutt straight to the forehead. Love it.
Yeah, you liked it. You
right.
liked it.
Well, mister, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I think we can call it there. You have a
Yeah.
wonderful freaking evening, sir. Thank you for
You
the
have a
last
wonderful
minute
evening.
stuff.
Thank you.
Oh my god, the poor truck.
What,
Oh,
just checking
dear.
to see what it does.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there too.
Yeah.
By the way, so
Yeah.
you have a wonderful night, Mr.
Have a good
Flash.
night, friend.
Have a good one. Bye.
Appreciate you. Bye. I meant to exit to the desktop. We failed. Sorry. Mobby. We'll leave this game in a second. All right. Thank you for shouting out Mr. Chingus. Please make sure you're following all the friendos that we play with. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. All right. I've had raids paused, so we should be safe there. Should be safe. All right, Tubes, I'm going to kick it, and then we're going to go find someone to raid. Thank you, friends, for joining the extra stream tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let's go find a friend. Let's go. Thank you, Honorable. Appreciate you. Y'all are amazeballs. I appreciate you guys. Shareflow, thank you so much, friend. Coda, thank you. Death Corgi, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Because we weren't playing Phas, really we can go kind of anywhere. So that is what I'm going to stick to. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll keep it simple. So I will keep it simple. Somebody was literally, I've had many couple, especially as of recently, asking me about the 24/7 channel. I'm literally going to take you to it right now. So I have a channel that I upload frequent VODs to, so I have a channel where it's literally my stream open 24/7, literally nonstop. I'm going to start having more days where there's random stuff because I want like Funnel Runners and some of the other games we play to pop up on there too. So we'll do that. We'll have random days. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. If you want to have a raid message, there you go. Follower, sub, tier 3, all the things. If you guys missed it earlier tonight, I showed off a possible emote that might get added to the stream. Maybe. We shall see. Whatever Wednesdays. Yeah. I need to bring it back. I need to do it more often. I definitely do. But thank you guys so much for an awesome stream. You guys are amazing. I will see you tomorrow for my normal stream. We already did the weekly, so I'll probably be playing Phas, but we won't need to do the weekly. That'll be done. I'll upload that at some other point. But you guys are awesome. I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye.